Hi, good morning, everyone. I appreciate you coming to the 6th annual Optim Orthopedics Prep Sports Report Football Media Day. Once again, it's all about you guys, the football players, the coaches. It's working. So once again, it's a lot of fun doing this, and I wish we can get all 22 teams in the area to do it together, but that's kind of tough to do. So, but on behalf of the Prep Sports Report, I'm the coach, Karl DeMasi. You also see me on Wednesday nights doing the Savannah Sports Report. Some of you guys have been on the show. It's great giving you guys a lot more publicity. I mean, like I say every year, WJCL, WTOC, WSAV, Dennis Knight, Nathan Dominance, they do a great job getting the information out about you guys. I'm just adding a little more to it. So today it's all about the football players, student athletes, our coaches, our schools, and the communities they represent. Before we begin, I have to thank you to our title sponsor who's been doing this for 6 years now with myself. That's Optim Orthopedics. They make this event possible. Now, you're in a very historic building, the 98th Museum. Check it out. I mean, we're right in front of the combat gallery. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, as they're coined, it was probably the greatest generation that we know that went into battle. A lot of young guys like you guys, and we're there for freedom. I mean, that was all about. My dad was part of it. I mean, it's just something special to be in this building, and I got to thank 98th Museum for letting us do this. All right, of course, can't forget special thank you to the Optim Orthopedics Marketing Department and the director himself, Matt Jimmel, the doctors, the athletic trainers, and the entire Optim Orthopedics family for their commitment to high school athletics. Let's give them applause. All right, and then also, before I get to the doctor who's going to speak to us, thank you to our video producer this year, Lawrence Bennett, the OG of the internet show called Rubbin' and Grubbin'. It's put on by Coach's Corner Sports Network, and thank you again, Lawrence, for what you do. I mean, I really appreciate it, making my life and Matt's life a lot easier this year. All right, I don't see them. Oh, I do see them here, but thank you to our media partners. Of course, Dennis, the night shift one-man crew for the Savannah Morning News, does the best he can. And he does a great job. And, of course, the man that helps out me a lot, he's all over the place, Nathan Dominance. He might call you for an interview. He does a great job, too, with all his experience of sports reporting. Then, of course, we got Colby. Sorry, I always get that Max messed up. Zach Colby from WSAV. Did I say it right finally? Okay. Okay. Then, of course, when the other TV station gets here, it's, I guess it would be WJCL Corey Howard. He's supposed to be here also. All right. Once again, thank you for everybody showing up. Okay, let's hear a word from the Optim Orthopedics doctors team representative, Dr. Amir Shaheen. Give him a hand.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming this morning. It's great to see everyone. Once again, my name is Amir Shaheen. I'm one of several fellowship-trained sports medicine surgeons with Optim Orthopedics. As we kick off another season of fall football, there's no doubt that you guys have put in a whole bunch of work. There's parent or coaches, players. You guys have been doing strength training, conditioning, working all summer long to get to the point where you guys can excel on the field. We also know that the teams that end up or that are still playing in November are a lot of times the healthiest teams. So I'm going to take this opportunity to really emphasize something that I've seen go overlooked, and that's hydration and recovery. That's not a process that starts at the time of the first game. That's a process that starts several weeks leading up to the first games and then is essential throughout the season. So to support that, Optim Orthopedics is going to be donating some hydration supplements to the schools, and we're going to be working with your coaches and administrators to make sure that accessibility is not the limiting factor for your hydration and recovery throughout the season. Fall football is a special place. You guys represent your communities well. We're excited to see it because we know that it's not just about developing athletes. It's about seeing you guys develop into young adults and all the leadership and hard work and discipline that goes into your development as a young person. So to that effect, our goal is not just to treat injuries, it's to prevent injuries. So we talked about the hydration part of it. If something does happen during the season, we want to make ourselves as accessible as possible. Our clinic is open every day, Monday through Friday. We are open to walk-ins during business hours. We also have an urgent care that is open every evening from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., and that's at our 210 Easter End location in Savannah. If something were to happen on a Friday evening, we're also open on Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And once again, the goal is accessibility. If you have an issue, we're happy to see you. And our goal is to treat you and get you back on the field as quickly as possible. So with that being said, thank you coaches, thank you parents, thank you athletic trainers for all the work done behind the scenes. And here's to another great season of hard work, great competition, and most importantly, healthy athletes. Good luck this fall.
Thank you, sir. Okay, once again, thank you again, 2 years in a row for Dr. Shaheen to come in here and talk about what Optim Orthopedics are all about. And I got to be honest with you, they're about prevention too. Everybody thinks that it's about injuries and how they can help you get back quicker and everything else. I mean, I've known this organization for a long time. I've gone through Optim Orthopedics. It's about prevention too, and the doctors do a great job doing that. So once again, we got to thank them. All right, we're right on schedule. Now let's meet the teams. First up, the Calvary Day School Cavaliers. Coaches, when you come up, please sit in the middle and then introduce your players when I hand you the mic, and we'll go from there. All right. We're ready to go out of the Coastal Empire. Head coach is Jason Cameron. How am I doing, guys? I'm out of the picture. Okay. Enters his fourth season at Calvary Day School. He led the Cavaliers to their 2025 GHSA Class 3A State Championship Final game. What a game it was. Got down 21-3, 21-0, and they came back and they made it a game. I mean, I was rooting for him, and once again, I got a little Cavalier blood in me. So, but don't forget, he's also won a region title at Vidalia, at Jenkins, so he knows the area. He's another guy that we're called Southern Yankees. He came from Jersey. I came from New York. But it's a lot of fun always talking to Jason and his family and keeping on top of what the Cavaliers are doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome head coach Jason Cameron and the student athletes representing Calvary Day School. That's like they say over there, go Cavaliers.
Thank you, guys. I just want to start off by, thanking definitely Coach DeMasi and everything he does for the student athletes here in Savannah and the surrounding areas. It's our media as well, Dennis Knight and our news stations. That there was a time where you could drive past Savannah, especially from a college perspective, and now you can't do that anymore. And they do just a phenomenal job of getting our guys out there and getting them the recognition that they deserve and they want, because these guys, everybody in this room just works so hard day in and day out to be the best versions of themselves. And they're a great representation of like I said, Savannah and the neighboring areas. Student athletes I brought with me today, I'll start all the way to my left, is Jalen Hicks, athlete for us both on offense and defense, primarily our wide receiver, led our team in catches last year with 63 catches, 3 off the school record. Phenomenal performance against Fellowship Christian where he scored, had 13 catches in a game. Our leader, smartest football player I've ever coached and is definitely a college football player at the next level. Next to me is Gabriel Osfeld. Another, I guess, what'd you say, Northern Yankee, Southern Yankee? What is it? Southern Yankee? Yeah, there you go. Came to us from New York. It was a great get for us. Parents moved into the area and, not upstate New York. Yeah, that's right. Not sure where he was going to play for us. All the time when we were communicating when he was still living up there, it was he was going to play tight end and comes in and plays defensive end last year for us. And then when, Davis Witherington goes down, starts at inside backer the last 5 games of the season, which was super impressive. So he's another one. He's fit in. You feel like he's been here forever and has been a great, great addition to the Calvary family. And to my right is James Mobley, quarterback, last 3-year starter. Best attribute he's got is that he's our head prefect at Calvary Day School, which means he's pretty much our student representative with our administration, our faculty, our staff, our student body. And, we could talk about yards and touchdowns and all that stuff, but this is the kid that does the laundry after practice. These kids right here are a dime a dozen, and I'm just super thankful that he's with us.
Okay, Coach, I think I was reading you got over 20 seniors coming back?
We do. It's 24.
24, and how many of those are starters?
19.
19 starters.
Mhm.
So what do you think that experience last year making it to the finals, how do you think that's going to pay off?
It's going to be great. Obviously our standard and the bar has been set really, really high with this group. And I think that's what they've wanted. A majority of them have played since pretty much sophomore season. So they understand what it takes to win big football games. They understand what it takes. Most importantly, they understand the preparation. They understand the climb. They understand, what it takes to get there. They are phenomenal leaders with our young group, because as seniors, dominated as we are as quote unquote starters, is as young as we are in backups. And we all know you're only as good as the depth that you build. So, these guys do a great job. We're a player run team. I don't do a lot of the disciplinarian stuff. These guys handle it before it ever becomes a problem. So, I'm just blessed to have those many kids coming back, and they just continue to build on the culture that we've created there.
Okay, what about the offense? We got James, he's throwing for over almost 3,000 yards, I think, last year. And then you got some great running backs, and Caden, and what's the second?
Zay Middleton.
Middleton, too. How is that run game and balance with the pass game?
We got really, really good receivers on the perimeter. Obviously we talk about our seniors, and Marlon Knight's one that's not here today, but is a phenomenal receiver. And obviously Jalen speaks for himself, but we got a junior that's arguably as good as they are. Ty Pinkney, that's really come on the scene. Is the work that he's put in, and the improvement that he's made from his sophomore season to this year is super, super impressive. And then running backs, we got a lot. I think that's the best part. It could be a different guy every night, and they've accepted that. You said about Caden and Zay, Brexton Bell, but also we got a sophomore, Josh Rogers, that has been amazing this offseason. So he's really pushing those guys. And, every coach in here could talk about, competition breeds excellence, because nobody at our school could be safe. It's in the sense we're going to play, we evaluate film every day. And if you don't produce, you kind of take a step backwards, and the next guy goes and plays.
And then on defense, you got quite a squad with Emerson Lewis going to Maryland, Preston to App State. What do you see on that side of the ball?
We're definitely have really, really good team speed, very physical up front. We fell a little bit further along this year just because of obviously the experience that we have coming back. So we're able to do things early on in the season that we couldn't do until later on in the season last season. Kenneth Baker being at inside backer. We obviously you're always talking about quarterback and centers being super important for you. If you lose them, what do you do? KB's for us on defense. He makes all of our calls. He's our comfort blanket over there. D line wise, you got to replace Jay Varner, who was an absolute force last year. State championship game, he was dominant. So it might not be one guy. It's gonna be a multitude of guys, but we got a lot of depth there, and we're pushing each other every day. It's fun. It's year one for me coming here was the game in Pooler where they essentially had to shut it down because there was that many people there. It's a great rivalry. Coach Woodward and that staff do a great job. They're going to be, it's a game that needs to be played. We're glad it's back. And it's just, it's game 10. So it's so far down the road. But we're excited to get it back. It's a great rivalry that should be played every year.
Okay, Coach, last question. I'm an old ball coach, just, ask your wife about that. But there's three parts to a football team. You talk about your offense, you talk about your defense, special teams. What can we expect? A new kicker?
Yes, yeah.
Where are you going with that?
So I'm glad you brought it up. You talk about, how weapons, I guess you could say last year. Like Grady Shiver, our kicker, was maybe one of our best weapons that we had. When we did an onside kick, it was 1st and 10 from the 20 every time. It was a touchback. It was pretty much, kickoff was not a whole lot of things that we had to focus on because of Grady. It was good to go in the end zone. So, we got two young ones. We got a sophomore that's returning, a left-footed kicker. And then we got a freshman I think is going to be really, really good, but he's 14 years old. So you know how that goes. So, it's something with our schedule the way it is. It's a brutal non-region schedule. All 5A schools are above. We got to do some traveling, which we wish we didn't. We wish we could play some more teams in the area, but couldn't get it worked out. But, the kicking game is going to be extremely important there. That's something that we had to talk about our guys this year too, is dealing with adversity. We will punt this year. We will bend some. We have to be perfect on special teams this year because it's going to be a huge part of, our game day in and day out. His name is Ethan Kim.
Did Chudley have anything to do with your onside kicking philosophy?
Every single time. It's always there.
All right, quick to the players. All right, I'm going to
to ask you to say your name, say your position. We'll start to your right, my left.
James Mobley, class of 2027, quarterback.
Okay, Mr. Mobley, last season ended one game short of a state championship. How has that experience motivated this team, this year's Calvary team, throughout the offseason to get back where you were?
It's been a really big impact on our offseason, with us having 24 seniors. A lot of us played in the state championship game last year. So we know how it feels to, fall short in the biggest game. Really just working hard this offseason, limiting the mistakes that we made in the state championship, and also just leading each other. We're a player-led team. We all get on each other. Say another senior, like, I'm not afraid to get on Jalen Hicks because I know, he'll listen to me, and it's the same way. Really just having that, being team-led, I feel like that's been a great thing this offseason.
So how many years in Calvary? 5? You got that extra extended year? No.
I wish.
All right, pass it over to the left of Coach.
Gabe Osfeld, 2027 linebacker.
This is your first year with Calvary?
Second.
Second year. Okay. So you've been there two years. Every championship team needs new leaders, and Coach went through the guys that left. Who stepped up and why this year besides Mr. Mobley and Mr. Hicks?
So definitely my fellow middle linebacker, KB Baker. He's done a great job helping me transition from playing on the offensive side of the ball to now defensive, and he really helps just lead the whole team, not just in the locker room, but in the school as well. So he does a great job there.
Nice. Pass it over.
Jalen Hicks, class of 2027, and I mainly play receiver.
Okay, so you've been there a while. You know what the program's all about. I want you to tell the fans, because Coach mentioned a couple of new guys. Tell us one teammate that people should keep their eyes on this season, besides, of course, you and the whole other crew that's going everywhere in the United States.
I can't really give you one, but I can tell you our young receivers, they've been really stepping up. We got some injuries, so we got guys like Reggie Curry, Carter, Andrew Wallace, guys like that really stepping up, that they're going to be really good once they get the game down, get some experience in the playbook. They're going to be really good.
Nice. Okay. Give the mic back to the OG over there. Okay. So if you had 30 seconds to convince someone to come watch Calvary Day football this season, what would you tell them in 30 seconds?
I'll talk about the atmosphere. The Calvary atmosphere, it's always great every game, no matter who we play. And just the way we play, we play with energy, play with grit. We're also respectful on the field. We always say we make a big tackle, we help our guys up. It's the same way. I feel like that's really what makes the Calvary family a big thing.
All right, Coach, wrap it up. Tell us your scrimmage. Tell us who you lead off with, and we'll go with that.
Yeah, we scrimmage Ashley Ridge right in North Charleston area. We play them next Friday at 6 o'clock. On the road. Yes, on the road. We do some traveling this year. So it's going to be a great test. And, you get a week off, and then we prepare for Glenn Academy, who, we know Glenn. They're going to be tough and physical. Rocky does a phenomenal job. And it just continues to kind of grow after that with playing Jenkins, who obviously beat us last year, and all the way to St. Pius, to Ambassador Christian in North Carolina, which is a 5-year school, very similar to Rabun Gap, which we very, very talented football team, and finishing up our non-region schedule against a 7A program, Rockdale County. So, it's gonna be great for us. It's gonna be great. I think we'll be battle tested heading into a really, really tough region. And, we just, kind of like James said, we know that, we didn't make it to the mountaintop. We came close last year. So we think that, every part of what we do, we need to just do a little bit more. And that's pretty much what we got to coach better. We got to play better. We got to build better bonds with our teammates, and we even got to continue to build on our culture. So it's if we could do all that, and God blesses us, we hopefully can get to the same place as last year.
Anything else, Mr. Knight? I'm good. Good.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Once again, let's give it up for the Calvary Day School Cavaliers. Good luck, guys.
Give me 2 seconds. Gotcha. Good job. Yeah, I'll meet you over there.
All right, team 1 down. Team 2, the Liberty County High School Panthers with Coach Tony. Team 2, Liberty County High School Panthers with Coach Tony Glazier. Okay, this is Coach's 4th season leading the Panthers, right? All right, they guided Liberty County to a 2025 region championship? No. When was the last one? 2022. So they're shooting for another region championship this year. So, Liberty County, we know about the athletes, the athleticism, and it's a proud tradition down there to play Liberty County football. So, Coach, want to give you the mic, introduce your players. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome head coach Tony Glazier and the student athletes representing Liberty County High School, the Panthers.
All right. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who's hosting today. This is a special moment for everybody. This is a great venue we're at this year. It's definitely a good opportunity for all the student athletes, and we're definitely looking forward to the season. First, I want to start introducing the guys who I brought with me today. Beside me, we have Carson Carter, first-team all-region offensive lineman. One of the leaders we have will be a 3-year starter this year. Grinder, heavy guy we rely on. Played a lot of snaps at Liberty County. Durable, reliable, always ready to go. Just a big part of what we do and what we're trying to do this season. Beside me, we got Nakeem Azelkut, be a 3-year starter as well in the secondary, all-region player as well. Leader of the defense, does a good job of getting everything set up. Great communication skills, brings the energy every day. You can always tell when he's out there on defense because the defense is flying around a lot faster just based off his energy. I'm looking for a big year from him as well. Doing a lot of things in that secondary for us. Beside him, we have number 2, Aaron Brown, back-to-back first-team all-region wide receiver. Going to be another leader for us as well this year. He's going to do a lot of things for us, touch the ball in the backfield, whether it's running back, quarterback, receiver. We're going to do our job as coaches to make sure he's touching the ball as much as he can and just rely on his athletic abilities and what he has. He's got bigger and stronger, and we're expecting him to have a big-time season for us.
Now, Aaron is Elijah's younger brother, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're keeping it in the family this year?
Keeping the family. Aaron played primary wide receiver last year, but this year, he's going to play wide receiver too, but he's also going to get the backfield and run the ball a little bit as well too. If we do our job as coaches, he's going to touch the ball a lot more, that's for sure.
How would you describe what your offense is?
Well, we bring back 9 starters off last year's team. That was pretty good up front. We bring back 4 out of 5 of our starting offensive linemen. We would have brought all 5 back, but one of them moved away. Have another senior stepping in his spot at center, Sam Brandt, who's also a leader, done a good job. But, bringing back 4 starting offensive linemen is always a good thing. And we like to run the football. Our offensive line is big and physical. And we're definitely going to rely on them early on and rely on their physicality and what we want to do, which is be very physical.
Who are the other 3 besides Carson?
You have Taiwan Jackson, TJ, be at one guard. You have Charlie Roberson, Chuck will be at the other guard. And then you got Michael Comanera as at tackle. And like I said, all 3 of them started every single game last year, along with Carson. So we're definitely going to rely on our offensive line. Offensive line should be pretty good.
On defense, how many starters you got back there?
On defense, we brought back 5 starters. But we have a lot of guys who didn't necessarily start, but they played a lot. In the past 2 years on JV, our defense has been pretty good. I think last year in JV we gave up 3 touchdowns the whole entire year. The year before, I think we gave up 2. So our JV's been pretty good, and these guys are moving up. But we're playing a lot of juniors on defense. We played a lot last year, sophomores, along with bringing back some starters like Nakeem beside me as well, back leading the group who've also played for 3 years as well too. David Bacon will be our Mike linebacker. He's back. He played will linebacker last year. And honestly, I think he's better at Mike. He does a good job in the middle, holding down the middle. He played a lot. Like I said, he played every snap at will last year for us.
I don't have it in front of me, but how's the new region look? A lot different?
It's a little different. We kept some of the same teams, the Longs, the Southeast. We kept Windsor with us. We added New Hampstead. We added West Lawrence, who went to the Final Four last year, in Harlem. We think it's going to be a good competitive region.
Still got that opening game with Bradwell?
Yeah, we play Bradwell in, I think it's 2 weeks.
Okay, what are you expecting in that match with the new coach here?
I think it's going to be a fun atmosphere. I think I know what they have over there, especially with their senior class. I think both teams are going to have successful seasons this year, and I think both teams will go on and make the state playoffs and continue to play. I think it's going to be probably the best game we've had in quite a few times, and I've been around for a lot of them. But I think talent-wise this year between Bradwell and Liberty, there's a lot of talent in the community this year.
Okay, and you guys made the playoffs yourselves last year. What are your expectations for this squad?
Our goal has been simple all offseason. We want to host a home playoff game, and we want to compete and win a region championship. We continue to do what we're doing. We feel like we have a good path to do that. We just have to keep producing every day, keep getting better, and do the small things to help win football games. We have Jair Roberts at quarterback. We have Jack Jacobson at quarterback. We have two guys that are battling out right now for the starting spot.
Okay, Coach, pass it to your right. Name, sir, position, class.
My name is Carson Carter. Play left tackle, class of 2027.
Carson?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Carson, so you've been there through the thick of things in this big-time county rivalry. You're going to open up with Bradwell. From the player's perspective, what's going to take to beat the Bradwell Tigers?
Physicality. I believe if up front, if we just make a wall and just be physical, and it's actually not just up front, so every position on the football field, I truly believe that we'll come out on top just being physical.
What do you look forward when you play that?
I look forward for, after game celebration, you beat crosstown rivals and just have a good game. And at the end of the day, it's a football game, but right after the fourth quarter, we're all friends, all talking. It's just competition.
Okay, Coach, to your left. Name, sir, position, class.
Nakimi Zell, DB, 2027.
Okay, so what has your team done this offseason to get better and improve on last year's results?
This year we've been more accountable, holding each other accountable, rather than practice, arriving to practice on time, giving each other a look at practice, teams, taking everything 100%, and just communicating.
Meet together.
Yes, sir.
All right, pass it over.
Aaron Brown, wide receiver, running back, class of 2027.
Okay, so we know Bradwell, Liberty, Inter-County, but what's one thing people are overlooking about this year's Panthers football team?
I feel like they overlook how hard we play. I feel like they overlook our offensive line. I feel like we got a very good offensive line. And yeah.
All right, and what's one thing football fans, when they come watch you, will learn about Liberty County this fall?
I feel like they'll learn about our heart. We got a great heart because we're not a very big football team, but I feel like we always compete, no matter who you are.
Thank you, guys. Coach, well, who are you starting off with? First region game, and your outlook altogether about what's going to happen this year for the 26 Liberty County Panthers.
Yeah, we opened up the region with New Hampstead coming off. We have 4 non-region games. Opening up. We actually got pretty tough non-region schedule. We actually go to Richmond Hill 7A school. Have a bye after all that. Get ready for New Hampstead to start. Outlook on the season is just to continue to find ways to get better and involve in what we did. Last year we were a really good running team. At times we were a good passing team when we needed to be, but this year I think we're going to be a lot more consistent overall, and we're going to rely on our offense early on to kind of help our defense get adjusted. But some things never change. At Liberty County, we always have a fast physical defense that likes to fly around and hit people, and we'll continue to do that as well.
Anybody else, Coach? Dennis?
No, I'm good.
Thank you, Coach. Okay, let's hear it for the Liberty County High School Panthers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Come on up. Okay. Next up, out there on Wilmington Island with the fresh new place, crib, whatever you want to call it, home field, brand new turf, is the St. Andrews School Lions. Okay. Head coach is Wes Worthington, 3rd season. And if you know anything about St. Andrews, I mean, he's trying to build a program focused on character, discipline, and player development. And in a small school, it goes in cycles. It's a lot of work for the head coach. He finally gets to host his first game on that brand new field this year, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome head coach Wes Worthington and the student athletes representing St. Andrews. Coach, introduce your kids. Go from there.
Thank you, Karl. To my right, I got Pat Jackson. He's our quarterback, junior. And then to my left, I got the Hogs, I got Thomas Kirk to my left, and then Jack Kelly on the end here. Keep going.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, so we got Pat Jackson back at QB, sophomore or junior?
He's a rising junior.
Rising junior. Now he's a pretty good dual threat guy. Kind of describe his style of play and how he kind of fits in your offense.
So Pat's going to be going into his third year as a starter, as our signal caller, running our flex bone triple option offense. He does a really good job of reading our reads. We have reads in our offense, and he does a really good job of just kind of making the whole thing run smoothly. He's super tough, really intelligent, and a really good leader on the field. So I'm really excited for what he is going to be able to accomplish. And he also plays defense. Not a lot of quarterbacks playing defense, but he also plays defense for us. He's a strong safety outside linebacker. So he's on the edge of our defense.
Okay, speaking of going both ways, how many guys do you have out in the squad this year?
We're at 22, and I think we just got a new kid over the weekend, so we'll be at 24, because we did have one injured. So 23 that'll suit up.
And tell me a little bit about Jack. I know, did he just commit to play baseball?
He did. I'll let him tell you about that. Yeah, Jack Kelly's been, in this program for 4 years. He's been with me for 3. He's just a super gritty, tough, player that plays both ways. Plays guard on offense and plays defensive tackle on defense. He could probably play fullback. He could probably play linebacker. So, he just does a really good job of leading by example and being a really good vocal leader for us. And he's taken the challenge this year of trying to help our younger kids kind of figure it out that don't have a lot of experience. And this is Thomas Kirk. He's also going into his third year as being a starter on the offensive line and also defensive line. He's also a throwback player, super tough, really intelligent, disciplined. Just love watching him play. I'll give you an example of the kind of kid he is. We were playing, I think it was Pinewood. It might have been another team last year. And they were running for a touchdown. He ran 80 yards and had a touchdown saving tackle from the defensive tackle spot. So, I'm looking forward to what he brings this year. And then I do want to mention one other player. If I could have brought 4, I would have brought another player. Addison Solomon is our center, and he's really done a good job for the last 3 years, being sort of the leader of the line and getting everybody huddled up and everything. And he's really taken on a leadership role this year. Yeah, Darius is coming back. Love that kid. He's got such energy. He texts me, asking me questions on how he can improve and watching our practice films and stuff. So he's really a joy to coach.
You lost Amari Cook, who was kind of jack of all trades. Will Darius kind of try to step into his role?
We got Darius. We got some other players as well that hopefully will step up. And but yes, Darius is going to punt. He's going to be a punt returner. He's going to play offense and defense. And if we needed him to, he could probably get the water out there as well. So we had a transfer student in from Islands, Wilder Pratt. He's gonna, I think, be somebody to look out for this year. He's really put together, about 185 pounds, and he's gonna be pretty tough, I think. He's gonna play our B-back spot, which is our fullback, and they got to be tough. And then he's gonna play linebacker for us.
Getting to play on that new field, who do you play? Who do you host in the second week, right?
So we got we have a scrimmage this Friday night actually against Pinewood on our field, but the home opener regular season is against Hilton Head Prep on the 21st. So we're super excited about that. Our school is going to be excited. It's going to be a good night, grand opening.
And that must help a lot because I know how wet it gets out there in Wilmington Island.
Yeah, absolutely. I think my first year we had a scrimmage scheduled and it rained for an hour. We couldn't play. So we don't have that problem anymore.
Pat Jackson, class of 2028, quarterback.
Okay, so Pat, you're junior. You played last year quarterback, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, from your perspective, where has your program improved the most from last season going into this season?
Definitely. I feel like even though we have a couple of new faces, I feel like from my freshman year to now, our triple option has definitely gotten a lot better since my freshman year. Yes, sir. Both. Whatever get us to the end zone. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thomas Kirk, class of 2027, guard, defensive tackle, and long snapper.
Okay, so we know you guys are always short in numbers, but you play with a lot of heart. But from a player's perspective, what identity do you want the people know about the St. Andrews Lions?
I would say probably family. We're a small school, small community, and obviously a small team. So, we don't have any selfish guys on our team. We play as a unit all together, all with one goal is just winning as many football games as we can. So I think it's definitely just playing together, playing as a family.
Jack Kelly, class 2027, offensive guard, defensive line.
6 years at St. Andrews, right? But anyway, you've been there a while, and we're going to talk about the field with you because you got a chance to play baseball on that new field. Now you're going to go to football. Having that facility out there, what's it mean to the players and students like you?
I mean, since I've been here all my life, it's a really good opportunity. I mean, when I was younger, seeing the old field was cool. And then they always talked about how they were going to redo it, and it never really happened. And then it finally happened, and I get to play baseball on it my junior and senior year, and then football on it my senior year. Really good opportunity. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be really fun, and it keeps us able to practice more. And I think it's given the school a little new life and energy.
Okay, and why should the fans come out to support the St. Andrews Lions?
I think the heart we play with. I think our offensive line this year, we're a unit. All seniors this year. I think it's going to be really fun to watch us play. We play hard, especially our guard, Thomas, and our center Addison Solomon. We play hard. We play with grit. And then our fullback, Wilder, he plays with grit. And Pat plays probably the hardest at anyone on our football team. It's fun to watch him play. And I think watching us play is old school football. But if you like that, you're going to enjoy it. Yes, sir.
All right, Coach, tell us where you're going, scrimmage, first opening game, and what's your expectations of these young men?
Yeah, we got Pinewood again this Friday night at 7:30. We usually play our games at 7, but I figured it was going to be kind of hot, so pushed it back a little bit. And then we've got the next week we have Porter God, really good team out of South Carolina. We'll play the second scrimmage against them, and then on the 21st, our home opener will be against Hilton Head Prep. We're just super excited for the season. You can just feel it. I'm a Twitter guy. I get on, I guess it's X now. I get on X, and all the fans are excited about college football and high school football and stuff like that. So this is a great time of year, and I'm just. I really think that our boys are going to show a really good product on the field this year. And, if you're on the islands or you're a part of the St. Andrews community, you need to come out and watch us.
I committed to University of South Carolina Sumter, Division I JUCO in Sumter, South Carolina.
Okay. And so this will be your last year playing football?
Yes, it will be.
So what's your approach with all this?
I want to play as many games as possible, so I want to make a deep run in the playoffs if we can.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, thank you. Guys, thank you. And once again, go Lions. Photo first, quick. Not to leave you hanging, Coach. Coordinate everything, right? It's like you, the CEO of the program. All right, next up, Savannah Christian Preparatory School Raiders. Now, remember, they're not the Red Raiders. They're the Raiders, because I made a mistake calling them the Red Raiders once, and I think my phone got blown up. So it's the Raiders, okay? Coach Baker Woodward, head coach, 8th season, has not missed a playoff yet after the season. Multiple region titles have won. So multiple. So state final appearance. Okay. Like I said, consistent playoff success. And I guess, everybody knows it's one of the premier programs here in the Coastal Empire. So without further ado, let's welcome head coach Baker Woodward and his coaching staff's not here, and his student athletes representing Savannah Christian. Coach, introduce your players. It's all yours. You can smile, guys. It's nice and easy.
First off, I just want to thank Coach DeMasi. Obviously, he has a passion for doing this. It's a thankless job, but he does a great job just showcasing student athletes at the high school level. I also want to thank all the media outlets here. Just like Coach Cameron said earlier, you can't drive by Savannah as a college recruiter and not stop in Savannah. It used to be the days that you could just kind of drive by on your way to Atlanta, coming from Florida to Atlanta, but now you got to stop in Savannah. And it's a big thanks to the high school coach and a big thanks to the media teams getting kids' names out there. So today I brought senior receiver William Busey with me. Last year he had a significant knee injury. He's going to be probably one of our best receivers last year. Had a knee injury in the first game, unfortunately, and had to sit out all last year. He's been super aggressive in his recovery, had a great lacrosse season, so we're looking for big things from Willie this year. He has worked extremely hard to get where he's at, and he's going to be probably our best receiver this year. And then to my right here, I've brought R.J. Daniels. R.J. Daniels started for us last year at defensive end. He had a tremendous offseason. From junior to senior year, he also had surgery in the offseason on his knee. He has improved his speed and quickness. He's one of those guys that, he used to be a bigger guy, a pudgier guy, and now he's trimmed off all that baby fat. Now he looks like a legitimate edge, and he has worked super hard. And all three of these guys that I brought with me are not only great athletes, but they're great student athletes. They all do well at Savannah Christian, and Savannah Christian is a tough academic school. Last but not least, Ivan Richardson. He is our starting linebacker. He started last year for us. He was probably our leading tackler last year. He has had probably the biggest transformation I've ever seen from a freshman to a senior year. I can't tell you the story because he told me I can't tell it, so I can't tell you that story. But just to say the least, he has worked his butt off. He came from a kid that was probably a little pudgy, overweight kid coming in to 9th grade that said, I'm going to play linebacker, and I kind of laughed at him. Under my breath, but now you can see he's a stud now. He's worked extremely hard. All three of these seniors right here represent our program well, not only athletically, but academically. They're good, high character guys, and I couldn't be more proud of these guys.
You guys made the state quarters last year. You lost region player of the year in Blaze Thomas, your quarterback. Threat guy. Who's going to be starting the QB for you this year?
Well, that's a good question. So Blaze, obviously, it's hard to replace a guy that started for us for 3 years. He accounted for, I think, almost 4,000 yards of our offense last year through throwing or running. But right now, our starting quarterback, if we had a game tonight, would be Caden Godby. Caden Godby's had a great offseason. I think he went from 160 pounds to 180 pounds. He's now in our Iron Raider Club. He's worked extremely hard. He's a dual sport athlete. So right now, if we had a game tonight, Caden Godby would be starting for us. Willie to my right here, Willie is also our backup quarterback. He's taken some snaps this offseason. He's done 7v7. And then we have another quarterback that transferred in, just kind of crazy. I never heard of this kid. He's from Alaska. His name is Jim Massey, but his family they're from Savannah, and they moved from Alaska to here. And so Jim Massey, he's going to be one of our quarterbacks as well. No, it was his dad is actually a dentist, and long story short, they were in Alaska, had a death in the family, moved back home to get back to family, and his dad was a dentist in this area, and I think his granddad is also like an oral surgeon in this area. So they're just moving back after, so.
You guys overcame a lot of injuries, including Lucy last year, but Wesley Dinkins, the freshman running back last year, he was on pace for 1,000 yards when he got hurt. You got him coming back, right?
Yes, sir. Wesley Dinkins, he's just a great kid. He broke his ankle in Vidal. He was fighting for some extra yards, ended up breaking his ankle, had to have surgery. He's back. To me, he's way more explosive. Obviously, he's a sophomore now, so he's got experience. Very powerful runner. Super impressive kid. He takes everything super serious, including his academics. Like, he is a straight A student. He's going to be one of those guys that are going to be in AP classes, dual enrollment at a later date, and he's all about football and got great hands, and we're lucky to have him over at Savannah Christian. And he leads the running back room, but also we have Landon Tyson. Landon Tyson has had a great offseason. He's taking the weight room very serious, and he's going to be really tough to tackle back there as well. So Wesley Dinkins and Landon Tyson, two really good running backs. I think a lot of schools would be envious to have those guys on their squad, and they're taking it serious, and they're getting downhill, and so we're excited to get those guys the ball.
What about another senior, Cam Yeldell?
Yeah, Cam Yeldell, he was a two-way starter for us last year. He's probably got some of the most Division I offers on our squad. He had a big season last year. We didn't plan on Cam starting offense last year. It just happened with injuries to William. We put Cam at receiver, and he did a great job last year. He's had a great offseason. He's also one of our best basketball players. So he has had a super busy June, but he's probably one of our more in shape guys just because he plays full court basketball all summer and football. But he had a great offseason. He's looking to start for us both ways. Very dynamic guy on the edge for us in terms of throwing the deep ball, screens, things like that. He's picking up his leadership because he came into as a ninth grader. He was kind of mainly a basketball guy, and now he's become more of a football guy. And so he's got a great offseason, but yeah, he's going to be tough on opposing defenses. Yeah, Jet, probably pound for pound. Jet is probably the strongest high school football player that I've seen. He's really strong. The last guy that probably squatted as much as Jet was Elijah Griffin. And Jet is super strong. He's a leader on our O-line. He's very explosive. But we have other guys that are moving up. We have an experienced guy in King Long. King Long was set to start at center last year. And he was kind of our sixth man. And so King is starting at center. He's a senior, been in our school forever. Jet, the same way, been in our school since middle school. Great kids. King's really way more explosive than you think. When you look at him, you're like, but he is a very explosive lineman. He's been great in the offseason. He's a communicator for us on the offensive line. And then Gavin Guevara. Gavin Guevara was a starter on our JV squad last year. He's going to be starting at right tackle right now. Had a great offseason. He is working extremely hard to get in shape, but he is about a 6'3", 6'2 and a half, 6'3", 310-pounder. And so he can move some bodies. And last but not least, at left tackle right now we have Davis Rushing. Davis Rushing is a sophomore. He may be one of the starters, or we may have Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright, who's a very explosive defensive tackle, really good player. Got an injury last year. He's coming back. He could play some tackle. And then, the last guy is J.J. Ward. J.J. Ward at left guard. He has had a great offseason, kind of dealing with some private school vacations. He was in Europe for 3 weeks. It's kind of crazy when you have private school and parents want to take trips to Europe. I had both my centers out for 3 weeks in the summer going to Europe. So kind of stuff you deal with at private school sometimes. But he's come back, and he has worked really hard. This guy beside me, could probably be one of our best O linemen when we try to play him on the defensive line. But so we have guys for O line. Of course, we had some transfer out to another school, but we won't mention them.
Speaking of RJ, I know you wrestled last year. Was that your first year you've done that, or have you been wrestling for a while?
No, sir. I started wrestling my sophomore year. Well, my freshman year of high school, but I didn't compete my sophomore year. And last year was my first year qualifying for state. So I plan to definitely the hand-eye coordination when it comes down to it. Like in the quickness, you got to be on point every step. You got to make something count with it. And wrestling is that connection to football for me when it comes to my footwork and my hand-to-hand combat on the defensive line.
Were you a heavyweight or 220?
I started off the season at heavyweight, then I dropped down to 215. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. What about Ivan there at linebacker? I can't see you, but you had a great season last year, kind of undercover in a way, but I think led the team in tackles.
Yes, sir.
What are your expectations on that side of the ball this year?
Probably just getting back to it. We got some younger guys stepping up at linebacker too, so just seeing what they can do.
Okay, let's go to your right coach. Name, grade, position.
William Busey, class 27 receiver.
Okay, Mr. Busey, you know what Savannah Christian football is all about. Your brother, now you. So how do you embrace that championship expectation every year that you've been at Savannah Christian?
You know, I think Coach Baker here really puts it on us to be the best we can be, and just trying to push to the top of everything we do. You know, whether it's conditioning or lifting weights, he really puts it on us to go our full. So I think that, you know, the state championship, that's the farthest you can go, and there's nothing more you could do in high school. I mean, it's a team game, and we really want to get there as a team. And I think our chemistry is unmatched this year, and we really put it together in South Carolina 7-on-7 that we want to be great and that we want to be together.
RJ Daniels, class of 27, defensive end.
All right, so what makes this year's Savannah Christian Raider football team special?
It's the drive that everybody has. Everybody has that certain fire in their eye going into the season. We're different from all the past teams. Every other team had their own identity, and we don't have one yet. And we're here to create our own now. And I think it's our time to come and show everybody what we're really capable of. And I think we're going to do it this season.
Ivan Richardson, class of 27, linebacker.
I missed the name again.
Ivan Richardson.
Ivan.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, as a team, not your coaches, what have you guys emphasized the most this offseason?
Definitely discipline. That's all it's been about. Every practice, discipline, doing the little things right. You know, just keeping our heads up through it all.
Okay. Mr. Daniels.
Oh, yes, sir.
What do fans expect from the Raiders this year when they watch you over at Coolidge Stadium or wherever you may be playing?
I think the fans should expect to see something that they honestly don't expect. I think they should be ready to be surprised because we got stuff planned 100%.
Coach, okay, wrap it up. Scrimmage, first game. Quick outlook on that region you're in, and of course playing Calgary last week.
Yeah, absolutely. So we play Bluffton at Pooler Stadium on Friday, and after that, we're going to play at Pooler Stadium again against New Hampstead. We've got 2 scrimmages planned, and then our first game is going to be against Athens Academy. We haven't gone to Athens Academy since 2018. It was my first game as a high school coach, and so this is my 9th season here at Savannah Christian, and so just to revisit Athens Academy, kind of see where we've gone as a program since 2018 will be exciting. The new region, obviously we're playing Calvary game 10. It's a long way away, but that atmosphere in that game, I don't know if there's a better rivalry around in terms of private schools. I played in that game a long time ago, and back in 96 to 2000 and 96 to 99, and I think it averaged between 3,500 to 5,000 people at that game. So it's a great atmosphere. I'm glad it's back, but we also have other big rivalries on our schedule, even non-region rivalries like Country Day, and of course the the region is going to be tough. Bryan County, Metter, all right, those are little towns that shut it down for football, and so and we've been in some tough regions in the past with Toome County and Vidalia. So we're looking forward to the challenge. Couldn't be more proud of our seniors and more proud of our team and coaches right now, and so we look forward to Team 55.
Okay, let's give it up for the 2026 Savannah Christian Raiders. And coaches, if you can remember, please take a box of hydration powder for your team. That's what they're there for. Sorry, am I back in the right spot now? Okay. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about the Bryan County High School Redskins. Let's have Coach flip in the middle. That's what I was told to do. All right, this is year 6 for head coach Sherrod Freeman. Could not be here. Had a family gathering today he had to go to. So just like last year, filling in is the assistant head coach, okay, offense coordinator Chad Roberts. So Bryan County, for the last 6 years, has made a big improvement on the Coach Freeman 2023 state finals. Did I get that right? Okay. And which was one of the best seasons in school history. But, when you go play Bryan County, they're going to bring it to you. They're going to give you everything they got. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome assistant head coach Chad Roberts and his players from Bryan County High School. Coach, introduce them and then go from there.
Okay. All right, to my left is junior running back, outside linebacker Jerome Lee. Jerome will be the first year as our starting running back, but he played a ton of snaps last year. He's a hard worker. He may be the most, no offense to these guys, he may be the most coachable kid that I've ever coached. He is very intentional about transferring film session, fundamental session to the game. He's very intentional about it and does a great job. He is a junior. I don't know if I said that. Senior tight end, inside linebacker, Jonah Brose. Jonah is someone who I think that we can use in the passing game. He creates a lot of mismatches. He's pretty fast. A lot of times I think the DBs don't necessarily recognize that or see it, but he had a great summer. And I know 7-on-7, we can take it for what it is, but he consistently got behind DBs all summer long, has great hands, and really understands how to get open, and he's going to be a weapon for us. And then on the end there, we've got Corey Collier. He is our our leader on the offensive line as our center, and also plays inside linebacker. He's a coach's son. Really understands our scheme and what we're trying to do, and will be a 3-year starter now as we go into his senior year. Chad Roberts. Yes, sir.
So you had a freshman QB last year, and Jamarian Coasting. Is he still in the
Yes, sir. Jamarian is put on about 20 pounds. Good weight. But 170 now, I think. He's just a sophomore, but he started every game last year as a freshman. Of course, we had a lot of bumps and bruises with the freshmen. We're senior heavy on the lines of scrimmage, underclass heavy skill-wise. The skill players have a lot of experience, though. We've got 2 sophomore safeties that played a ton last year. So it's not really like they're sophomores, and we can go through all the skill guys. But Jamarion is throwing the football really, really well. He is going to be a threat running the ball. We kind of installed a new offensive system where we're in the shotgun. Me and Coach Freeman had to go to prayer on some of the stuff because we're kind of old school conventional guys. I was a wishbone guy. He's an old school wing T guy. So being in the gun is something different for us, but so far the summer's gone real well installing the new offense, and I think it's going to lead to more explosive plays, and Jamarion is going to be a key to a lot of that. Yes, sir. Well, we're calling it the gun T. So it's a wing, a lot of wing T blocking, but we're in a gun with some RPO stuff as well. Well, Eli decided he didn't want to play football, so yeah. It's okay. We still love him, but he chose to not play, so. Lines of scrimmage. That's where we're old, if you can call high school kids old. That's where we're old at, and we're young at the skill position, but mostly experienced there. They're just underclassmen. Right. That's right. Yes, sir, but we still have Savannah High, Screven, and Metter, which we played them every year I've been at Bryan County. So a lot of the same smaller regions, so we'll have more non-region games. But I think it's important to point out the playoff system of determining playoff spots are different. So not only do the private schools split, but the power rankings determine who makes the playoffs. Now, you'll probably need a math degree from Georgia Tech to figure that out. But I do know under the power ranking system, we would have had 7 teams make the playoffs last year in our old region. 7, that's right. So there's a lot of opportunity to get in. That's right. We've got to take care of business, and one of our keys for this year is being more consistent, particularly offensively. At times last year we played really good football, and sometimes we didn't play very well. We beat Jenkins County, probably the best game we played. We beat them by a couple touchdowns, and they were a quarterfinal team. But it's just getting back to being consistent. Particularly offensively. So.
All right, Coach, pass it all the way down to the right.
Corey Collier, linebacker, center, guard, tackle, wherever they want me to be, class of 2027. Yeah.
We're working on a CDL now.
Yeah.
All right, so what's been the biggest focus for this year's Redskins team from the end of last season? What's been you guys' focus as players?
I think our focus as players is really getting stronger in the weight room. We're a very young team. We're very freshman and sophomore heavy. We have maybe 6 or 7 senior guys on our team. So building a program, we're really focusing on the weight room as individuals. We've gotten stronger this summer. We put a lot of work in our off season, and that equivocates to our defense. And we always hang our hat on defense. You see it, say it, rally to it, right?
You're definitely coach's son. Tell us how that experience going. Plus, you got a brother on the staff too. Family situation over there.
Yes, sir. Being coached under my dad as a captain on our defense and him moving up to the defensive coordinator has definitely, let's just say, been interesting. Because my brother is also a defensive heavy coach. He coaches outside linebackers. My dad coaches inside linebackers, which I moved to this year.
can't really get away with anything. You're held to a higher standard. There's just a lot going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm Jonah Bros. I'm a tight end and a middle linebacker, class of 2027.
Okay, so what's going to take the Redskins to get to the next step after last season? Like Coach said, like seven teams in that region would have made the playoffs on this new power ending system formula. What's going to take you guys to get back?
I feel like just keeping our heads straight during games and just staying hardworking and disciplined enough to put the work in and on and off the field, and just really keep focus. And
as a senior group, what's your motto?
Talking about the defensive one. Corey already spoke up.
See it, say it, rally
see
to
it,
it.
say it, rally to it.
That's kind of yeah.
You open with it. Okay. All right. Pass it down.
Jerome Lee, class of 28, running back, outside linebacker.
First time playing running back for the Redskins?
No, sir.
No.
He didn't start last year. We had Andreas McKinney and Jabravion Collins, but he played a lot at running back. This is his first year as sort of the bell cow, if you will.
Okay, so you're going to be the man everybody's been looking to, but what teammate has impressed you the most this offseason?
I would say Kanari Dixon. You know, he has heart. I mean, we all do. We're all dogs. We like to eat. But he wants it. Like, he wants it more than anybody else, and I love that about him. He pushes everybody else to a higher standard, and you know, he's gonna push you. Everybody else is gonna push you, but he's gonna push you. He's gonna make you work for it. And if you don't, he's an outside linebacker. He also plays receiver.
And what's your goal this season? I mean, coming in between those two running backs or behind those two running backs, even though you did fairly well for yourself last year.
Just be consistent. There's some games I'd have great games, and others it would be bad. So I just want to keep my head up, consistent. You know, hold on to the football this year. Push my teammates. You know, just be a better overall teammate, and that's all I can hope for.
Let's go all the way back down to the end. My lineman over there.
He didn't have any bad games, maybe that to his standard. So just.
All right, it seems like you got the most experience and you've been there forever. So what should football fans, why should football fans come watch the Redskins this season?
I think a really, truly, people that watch football rally behind a good defense. You know, offense is flashy. We're going to have a new offense, right? Everybody's going to come see the spread offense that we're going to run this year. But people truly love a good defense. And I think we hold ourselves to that defense. We rally to the football. We're communicating. We're always there. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a dogfight every game, right? We can't let those big plays determine how we feel. And I think as a team and as the people that are watching it really appreciate that.
You know the old saying, you live with a coach. You know, offense wins games, defense wins games.
Yes, sir. That's what to say.
Coach. All right, Coach. Scrimmage, we open up with, and what's the coaching staff's outlook on that region?
We open up Thursday playing our scrimmage in Beach. And then next week, we have our second scrimmage game with Ridgeland, South Carolina. And then we open up with playing Trutland County as our first real football game, if you will, non-region game. We're excited. Everything's a challenge. There's obviously some questions about how exactly the power ranking system works. But we know if we kind of take care of what we have control over, that we'll be in, and that's all you want is a chance to keep playing in November and hopefully December.
All right, let's give it up for the Bryan County High School Redskins. Good luck, guys. Thanks for coming. You're going to go over here and take a picture first?
And then you'll have interviews. Good job. Good job. Good job. Coach, always a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Remember, coaches, don't forget to take your hydration powder. All right, let's give this program a big Coastal Empire welcome. I knew the cadets would come through. Okay, so Coach John Adams is the new head coach at Bradwell. You know anything about Coach Adams in Cedar Grove? I mean, 2 championships out of 3 years he was there, went to college. Now he's back in the Coastal Empire at Bradwell Institute. He had a last-minute emergency, couldn't be here, so filling in for Coach. We know him very well from Calvary Day School, and I don't want to butcher his name. I'm going to give it a shot. Alex Montague. I got it right. We all know Coach Alex, Calvary Day School. Now he's the offensive coordinator over there. Make sure you take care of my boy Jaden too, Jaden Adams. So, what can I say? I mean, there's a lot of expectation. New coach, new atmosphere, and so, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome offensive coordinator Alex Montague and his student athletes from Bradwell Institute, the Tigers. All right, Coach, introduce them and then go from there.
All right, thank you guys for having us. We want to thank Karl, we want to thank the 912, all the media outlets. Coach John Adams sends his highest regards. He had a death in the family. I want to introduce the guys that we decided to bring with us today. To my left right here is our Mike Backer, Markel Fields, and to the right of me is Mark Griffin, and to the far more right of him is Tyson Spears. Yeah, we're excited for the season. We've been working hard all summer, getting going in the weight room. We've been averaging about 90, 100 plus kids out. We've just been working diligently, working on ourselves. Our word has been strain. We want to make sure they strain physically and psychologically every day to work to get great. And we're moving in with a new system. We want to rechange the culture and build a culture. We feel like if we could do those things, to be able to give us a chance to win ball games and be in ball games, work on each other. We want to be a tiger. Just like if you looked at a tiger, you want to be focused. All right, you want to be fierce. You want to be relentless and be a tiger. So that's what we're trying to instill and embody in these guys.
Okay, Coach, you're taking over as OC over there. Who's going to be starting quarterback?
Yeah, we're fortunate enough to bring back Jabari Felix. He was I think he's the only first-team All-Region quarterback in our region, and also Carlito Save will also get some reps at quarterback as well in Mercy for Saturday. Right, he will also be receiver and DB. Right, he's in that transition. Jacoby's been working hard, just like the rest of the guys. He's also been playing a little DB as well. Y'all kind of know him from his track stuff with winning the 100, 200, and 400. He's been progressing well and helping the young guys and all of our guys into the offense that we're installing. Running back, we'll also have like kind of a committee. We got Cameron Cleaves. He's a guy that came from Hawaii mid last year. Really good running back, low center of gravity, got hands to catch it out the backfield, really tough. And I'm looking forward for him to have a good year. We have Jakari Williams, one of the guys that we got from the basketball. He'll be also running. We got a younger guy, John Miller, sophomore, and we got another guy, Antonio Barnett, track guy as well. Right, we got Cameron Perry anchoring our line, the Gardner-Weber commit. He'll be playing a little bit of left tackle and center. We're still trying to figure out our arrangement up front. We got Mike Anderson will be playing a little guard, tackle. Mike Martin will be playing guard. We have Nick G playing guard, and we'll have KVN also playing some tackle. The one I just introduced is Markel Fields. He's our leader. He's a guy. Also, he's the leader of our defenses for sure. He's like having a coach out in the field for Coach Adams. He's our Mike Backer. Defensive backfield, we have Kamari Griffin, which I bought, Jonathan Holloway. We'll have back there. Carlito will be back there as well. I talked about him. We have an incoming guy that came from New Jersey to us. Jalen Brown will be back there as well. Also a kid named Anta will be back there as well. So we are out there. They all have different, depending on the packages what we have, who will be back there. just how he runs a program and how he does it and how he can change the culture. Just how he came in and got these guys to believing in themselves and believing in the stuff that they could do. He always talks to them about just straining, right? Like when you strain in life, even on and off the field, just straining, whether it's coming back after OTAs and lifting, whether it's getting up early in the morning, lifting and going and doing the extra stuff that they're probably just not used to doing all the time. And so he's been challenging them and making them uncomfortable and have been able to deal with it and working on each other. So we seen last year on tape that they were in games. They had a chance. And sometimes you lose more games than you can win, and we're trying to change that outcome. So.
Tyson Spears, wide receiver class of 2027.
Okay, so new coaching staff. What's been the biggest challenge for the players with this new coaching staff?
I'd say the biggest challenge we had is really adapting to the new standards that we have been set to. Being pushed to our limits, being broken down, and being building back up, something we're not used to. So that's definitely been a challenge for us.
Kamari Griffin, class of 2027, DB. Kamari Griffin, class of 27, DB. DB.
Okay. So Coach Adams comes in, you got Coach Montague, you got new coaching staff. How has Coach Adams managed the team since he's come into this program?
Coach Adams, he has pushed us a lot since he came during the summer, during the late nights, early mornings. I'll say Coach Adams has made us being comfortable with being uncomfortable, basically. He's pushed us to be a great team, and we're ready to start this season.
Markel Fields, class of 2027, inside linebacker.
Okay, from your perspective, what excites you most about your teammates of this year's Bradwell Institute football program?
Just the ground the guys I've put in, just so much commitment, just so much attendance, just so much training, just so much of everything that they're put in, blood, sweat, and tears from 4:30 in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, watching film, working out, just everybody being bought in just excites me about this season.
All right, what are fans going to see most about you guys, watching you guys this year?
Just from taking the field on the field, from the sidelines, from everything, from the focus, just from the bonding on the field, and everything.
Okay, back to Coach. All right, Coach, scrimmage, first game, region outlook.
Yeah, just first of all, I want to, us coming to Hinesville, we got a great staff that Coach Adams has assembled. I want to thank, sometimes, you're only good as your administration. I want to thank Dr. Roberts. I want to thank Dr. Barber, our deputy superintendent. I also want to thank Dr. Ryan, our principal, and our AD, Coach Howard. But we have Liberty County. It's a rivalry there. It is a scrimmage game, but it's going to be played like a real game. So we have Liberty County on the 14th. We're in our region. Then we have New Hampstead. We have Wayne County, pretty good competition for us. Then we're going down to Valdosta, right? We're going down to Valdosta. We know what that could be like for us. We have Effingham, South Effingham on the schedule, and Brunswick, Glen Academy, and Lakeside Evans and Evans. So we're excited about the season. We feel like if we put our best foot forward, be mistake-free, we can give ourselves a chance to win games.
Okay, Coach, let's give it up for the Bradwell Institute Tigers. Give them a hand. Hey, Coach. Thanks, Karl. Great job. Thanks, guys. Sorry it took so long. You got to go in the middle there, Joey. Sorry, Coach. You can call me whatever. Just don't call me late for dinner. Okay, as we're moving right along here, Joey Blackmore enters his second season as the head coach, building the Hornets through discipline, fundamentals, and of course, at Country Day, it's student athlete development, student first. But I got to tell you one thing about Country Day: they don't back down. They might be small in numbers, but they're not small on the football field. He's been doing a great job leading this program. So, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome head coach Joey Blackmore, his student athletes from Savannah Country Day. Go Hornets.
Well, first, thank you for putting this on and gaining exposure for the student athletes that are here. I'll start by introducing our guys. We got running back, linebacker, Thomas Holland to my left, quarterback, and dabbles in some safety, Devin Cherwick. And then on the end is a tight end and defensive end, Wells Headley. And I'll start by just letting them kind of talk about their goals and expectations of the season. We'll start with Wells.
My goals are, it's really simple. I just want to win our region, do great and region play. I just want to be, the grittiest team out there. Like, I know we're small in numbers and sometimes, we don't have the biggest size, but I want to play with, gritty intent, and I want to be a team that really finishes through the echo of the whistle.
My goals are just to build more as a program, have a lot of younger guys step up, a lot of leaders on the team, and like Wells, go to region, do really well in region play. Yeah,
I just want to win the region. With the new switch to gear, hopefully we go undefeated against those teams and make a run for state. And just lead by example too for the young guys.
Okay, Coach. I was just looking at some of your numbers. With last year, Devin got hurt, and then Thomas came in at quarterback, but he was leading rush, ran for 1,000 last year. I guess it'll be more of a running back role this year with Devin back.
Yes, that's the goal, right, Devin? We keep Devin healthy, and Thomas. I mean, it really was a big hit to not have him be able to go both ways a year ago. I think it really affected our defense and what we were working towards in fall camp and the strides that he made. And that'll be one of the biggest positives, is to keep him fresher than playing quarterback and being able to go both ways. He'll be playing our will, so our outside linebacker spot with it. 100%. Yeah, that's he spins the ball really well. For one, he's cerebral. He's starting to really pick up the system and know where people are supposed to be and at what time. And yes, he has the ability to run the football. And the new offensive coordinator is putting more and more in on his plate from a dual threat standpoint. More read, between power read, counter read, zone read, rather than true QB run like maybe you saw a year ago when Thomas was doing it. I would say slashing style, very physical, with the ability to beat you with speed. Yeah. At times he could probably use that more, but he likes contact. You want to talk about your running style?
I try to be elusive, I guess, and physical when I need to be. That's about it.
I was looking at your receivers. It looks like we lost Bean or transfer.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be leading the receiver?
Yeah, the two that there's one that we really knew coming into camp. He's a young kid, Amir Atkinson. He's had a tremendous summer. He had a great spring, and he's going to be the vertical threat. And then we had two kind of emerge in my brain, and the number one, another sophomore, was Jalen Jordan. He's going to be really working our kind of slot, and as well as the Z receiver that we call it, which is is essentially the number two. And then Eli Bailey, I thought has been awesome, and he's improved every single day. And just that competitive spirit, we're starting to gain trust, and it's been really cool to see. 42. Yeah. Yeah. Two really stand out that are both underclassmen. Matthew Garrett started a year ago, and probably shouldn't have, but that's just where we were at, as far as throwing him into the fire against a tough region and really good defensive lines. And he's moving better. He's a big kid naturally, but his movement skills have been incredible. He's starting to play behind his pads and with good pad level, and very excited about him. And then we have, returning starters in our right tackle and right guard are the Smith brothers, Connell and Finn Smith. And they've just gotten better. Connell in particular, I think, is starting to really understand the scheme and what we're trying to do. Finn was, I would say, our best O-lineman last year, and we would argue he's having a pretty good fall. And then left tackle is kind of open spot right now between two seniors, and then we got a freshman that is doing really good things, who came from Oglethorpe, CJ. So we'll see. Lockwood. Our defensive end spot is so deep. It is wild. Between Wells and Timmy and Wynn Woods and Avery West, you look really good there. Xavier House is going to be our 3 technique, and he's difficult to block, and he's starting to get a little get off the ball and have some explosion to his, he's our heavyweight wrestler. Our linebacking core between Thomas, William Rhodes, Turner Chase. We got a sophomore that's going to definitely be in the mix in Jackson Skinner, who's coming. And then Liam Murphy at strong safety is kind of running the show for the DBs. And then we're pretty young between the free safety and then both corners. So it's a ton of unknown, truly. It's kind of a blessing in a way that we had 7 non-region games, because we were able to schedule Christian and Athens Academy and some teams that we have that we're familiar with. But once we get to, the region play, once we get to October, it's true unknowns. I've been here 6 years. I've 0 experience with St. Andrews, played Frederica once 6 years ago, played Bullock Academy once 6 years ago. So really have no idea from a region standpoint what to expect. When we get to hopefully playoffs, we've battled with Stratford in the past. In my 6 years here, we're 1-1 against them. Good team. But yeah, a year from now, hopefully I'll have a better answer. There you go, Wells.
I'm Wells Headley. I'm a senior. I'm a defensive end. I've been playing football at Country Day. I came in 8th grade, and I've been playing since then. Yes, sir.
So for you, where has your team improved the most?
I think my team's improved the most in just the way we play, like just how physical we play. I just really, this year, it's, thanks a lot to the guys that, were seniors last year, like guys like Hayes Beaver and Boone Wiesner and JT Hill and like James Pinnell, like they really set, the standard for us. And, we're just, trying to mirror them and lead and do all the right things. And I'm just really proud of our guys, and we're going to go out there and give it our best shot this year. And we're going to play really gritty and physical.
Devin Cherrick, I'm a junior, play quarterback. I think we've improved the most with our leadership. Thanks to the guys last year, they really set the tone for our leadership on the team. And now we have a lot of really great leaders and a lot of young guys stepping up to be leaders.
Now, you personally, what excites you about this year, being the quarterback and leading the offense?
I'm really just excited to be able to actually play football again, because last year I got injured, and coming back from that mid-season was difficult. It was scary, but I'm glad to have my confidence back and be able to help the team, lead the team.
I'm Thomas Holland. I'm a senior running back and outside linebacker. And I think we've improved with just our physical ability. We're not the biggest team, but we'll still we're not going to be scared. We'll hit hard, and we're going to try our best no matter what.
Okay, so you got some fans, they're talking to you about the season. What would you tell them about this year's team and why they should come watch you guys?
Because I feel like we're a brand new team from last year, and we have our starting quarterback back. We'll be able to have a more diverse offense with a lot of throwing, a lot of running, a lot of each. So keep defenses more honest than last year with a quarterback who can actually attack through the air. So, yeah.
All right, Coach, this is for you. All right, new field, new turf. Even though you had one of the most pristine fields before. So
tell us what's that been like, and then tell us scrimmage and what your outlook is on your region and who you play first.
Yeah, the turf's been great. We 2 practices Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
Yes, so we had 2 practices on it. Excited about it. I think the kids were fired up. We got to get used to the footing a little bit, especially we go early morning, so there's some dew. Scrimmage, we played Jenkins on Thursday. Region outlook? No, we're at Savannah High. Yeah, 7 p.m. on Thursday. Yeah, right. Yeah, from a scheduling standpoint, it'd be nicer if it was bigger. It's tough, but it also gave us some freedom to schedule some familiar opponents in Savannah Christian, Athens Academy. We're playing Bethesda for the first time. They're 8 minutes away. I would love for that to become a rivalry. I'm actually really intrigued to play that game. I know they've been extremely successful. Porter Gout again, so it'll be 4 years in a row with them. We're 1-1. Yeah, no, just excited to see. And, the goal at the end of the day is to improve every day, play our best football in November.
Okay, let's give it up for the Savannah Coach of the Day Hornets. Great job. Good luck. Always a pleasure. Sir. Yes. Yes, sir. All right, one in the middle, that'll be your chair.
I thought it was 4, my bad.
Okay.
But Danny brought 4 too, so we're good. I'm in good company.
It's okay. I got room for you? Good. You're right. 2 and 2. Have a chair.
I can't have Jordan and Jordan. I'll look too small.
Look at the phone, guys.
Can I introduce you to Yellowstone?
All right. So next up, Effingham County High School Rebels. Okay. Head coach John Ford enters his 6th season at Effingham. A little research. He's 5 wins away from career 100 win, right? Well, he is. He's 5 away. So you guys got to get it for him. Okay. 2 state finals. You know that, right? At Roswell. Success at Buford, and now 6 years at the Palace in the Pines, doing a great job up there, and he's one of the most well-known coaches in the state of Georgia. So I'll leave this to him because he's not shy with the microphone. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome head coach John Ford from Effingham County with his student athletes representing the Rebels, or Palace in the Pines. So just do them first, and then it's all yours.
Hey, thanks for having this. What a great event. Certainly honored to be here on behalf of Superintendent Dr. Yancey Ford, Principal Coach Greg Maynor, Athletic Director Coach Jake Darling, and an awesome faculty, an awesome student body, an awesome community we are proud to represent. And I've got some awesome young men up on stage with me, and it is great to be up here with number 7, outside linebacker Jannar Albright, number 71, Josh Yellowstone Edwards, number 3, Swiss Army Knife, does a little bit of everything for us. Jameer Doe Davis, running back, safety, corner, slot, can do it all. And then number 72, Big Jordan Dillon. So certainly honored to represent Effingham County High School at a great event. Certainly excited for an unbelievable time of the year. I mean, it doesn't get better than football in South Georgia. I realize how lucky and fortunate and blessed I am to be a football coach at the 6A level in Georgia. And we are just excited as we undertake this season. Certainly excited about the schedule we have this year. It's an unbelievably imposing schedule, and that's just the way we like it. We say choose hard all the time and do hard things, and we do not seek easy. We do not seek comfort, and so we're not going to find any comfort, and we're certainly not going to find any easy in our non-region schedule, which is Richmond Hill, Tift County, and New Hampstead, 3 proud, well-coached, talented programs, and then we get into a region schedule that's going to be a challenge each and every week, and so we're excited to competing at the 1-6A level in South Georgia, and honored to be here and represent some tremendous young men and a tremendous community. Well, I mean, it's obvious they're great players based on the interest and the accolades they have, and they've certainly earned everything about it. And certainly don't take any credit for it on my end. Just grateful and honored that they're here. And first and foremost, they're unbelievable young men. Like if you can have a bad day around any of these guys, them included, that's a you problem. There's something wrong with you. They work hard. They come from great families. They have ingratiated themselves incredibly with their teammate. They're great in the weight room, great practice players, and then obviously, they're very, very talented football players. So grateful, honored, and blessed is how I would say it. Yeah, there's no doubt. We've had a quarterback competition going back to February, and he's done an awesome job, and we're excited to see him when the lights are on. Chris Sweeney, Maddox Sutherland, and Silas Caudill as well are all four quarterbacks working and competing for the job. What is going to be the strength of the squad? I mean, hopefully our intangibles and our togetherness. Because the tangibles, I think, as you can see, are pretty good. So if our intangibles, our togetherness, our competitive spirit, our fight, our willing to prepare in a detail-oriented fashion, if those are at a high level and those are our strengths, then we're going to be a tough out on Friday nights. He's kind of he can do everything. He can run, he can hit, he can cover, he can tackle, he can blitz, he can play coverage. So kind of just letting him be the queen on the chessboard would probably be a good way to put it, in terms of using him to take away what an opponent does best, and trying to put him in advantageous situations where he can do what God blessed him to do, which is be a great football player. Since his freshman year.
This is his senior campaign. What do you expect from Jameer?
I expect Jameer to be what he's always been, and he's an awesome guy. We're one day at practice, just one of the coaches just turned around and said, "Man, Jameer is an awesome player, but what a great kid too. Just does it all." And what I expect from him is I expect to get him the ball 20, 25 times a night on Fridays and let him do what he does best, which is be dynamic, which is be surprisingly physical. You wouldn't realize how physical he is, how he finishes runs, but he's great in space. He's great in the pass game. He's great inside the tackles. He can kind of do it all. And so it's incumbent on me to just get him as many touches as we can. And I don't want to forget about number 2, Malik Letman. I think he's a dynamic athlete as well. And Travis, Malik, and Zeke are they all have kind of a different set of skills. Zeke is 6'4", big, physical, strong. Can go compete in high point balls. Travis is his first 3 steps are electric. He's got really good ball skills, but he's great in space. He's great after the catch, and then Malik can kind of do it all. He's a good deep ball winner. He's very, very fast, very athletic, got good length. But he's great underneath too. If you catch him on a dig route or catch him on a spacer, and then he pivots and gets vertical, he's tough to handle as well. So we just want to get the ball to great players and let them do what they do well. Football, we overcomplicate it as coaches. It's a blocking, tackling game, and it's a player's game. So if you can block and tackle, and you've got some guys that are good with the ball in their hands, what can they block? What can your quarterback throw? All right, do that and get it to these guys and let them do what God blessed them to do. And I've been around this game long enough, and I'm not, this game's going to humble you. I don't have an ego. I'm going to get it to somebody that's good with the ball in their hands, and I'm going to figure out what these guys can block, and Josh and Jordan and the rest of their crew, what they can block well. What can the quarterback throw well? What can the running backs run well? Let's just spam that as much as possible and not overcomplicate it. I love our defense. I love, a defensive end, Devin Aaron. I think he's going to have a great year. Obviously, RJ is going to be a great 3 technique. I think Jackson Eubanks, along with Jannard at the second level. Jackson Eubanks, number 6. Parker Nelson, number 5. And then I love our secondary. I love Jameer. I love Chris Sweeney. I love Chris Jenkins. I love Malik. I like, Jatiah Scott has a lot of upside and promise. So, feel great about the defense. Coach Mullis and his staff and Coach Victorian do a great job. And so certainly excited to see what they do on the field.
big guy, and then tell us your name, your position, your grade, and just pass it down to 4 guys. I'll have questions for all you, and just skip over Coach for us.
Yeah, please do. 4x100 4x100. We're passing the stick.
Jordan Dillon, class of 27. I play offensive line, and I'm committed to Georgia Tech.
You're going to get a question here, buddy.
Oh, yeah, go.
Okay, of course, new team. Which teammate has impressed you the most this offseason going up there to the Effingham County?
I feel like RJ Brown has impressed me the most because he's lost a lot of weight. He's gotten better. He actually switched over to defensive line. So, me and him have been battling each other, for the past 2 years at Savannah Christian and now at Effingham. And we're just getting each other better every single day.
Jamirdo Davis, class of 27, running back.
I know you hope Coach doesn't throw the ball much, right? Just give you the rock. So, you've been outstanding since your freshman year. What's the biggest lesson that Coach Ford has taught you as a football player?
The biggest lesson he's taught me is to not overcomplicate things. Just take it one day at a time, keep it simple, and it works.
Just give you the ball, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Real smart, but I got that figured out.
Josh Edwards, class 27. I play right guard on the O-line. Yellowstone, yeah.
And how long have you been starting there?
This is my first year starting for the varsity team. I was one of those JV Warriors last year.
Okay, so you make that transition, JV to varsity, but what's the standard? You've been there with Coach Ford the whole time. What's the standard inside this Effingham County football program for you, the players?
The standards are extremely high. We hold each other accountable for just about everything we do. Our weight room standard, the volume in the weight room is extremely high. Like I said, we hold each other very accountable.
And the impression on that new weight room that's up there?
We all really enjoy it. It's yes, it's all nice, but we're still progressing in tremendous ways.
Okay, next up.
Janelle Albright, class 2027, outside linebacker, committed to FSU.
How long have you been starting?
2 years now.
2 years now.
Yes, sir.
All right, so someone comes up to you, you got a group of people around you, fans. What should you tell a fan? What should you tell the fans why they should come watch this year's Rebel football program?
I feel like this year we got way better. We improved a lot. We this summer we worked on getting better and togetherness. So I feel like they should come watch us because we gonna put on the show for all the fans.
Okay, nice. Back to Coach. All right, Coach. Scrimmage should be open up with, and the region is basically almost the same, isn't it?
Yes, sir. So we'll scrimmage Screven County August 7th, this Thursday. And the region, non-region, we play Richmond Hill. Great team, great program, great coaching, great players. Tiff County, proud program, coming to be the home opener in the Palace and the Pines, and then New Hampstead with Coach Hockman, who does a great job every year. And then the region was pretty much unchanged. We changed Evans for Grovetown, so still got 3 Augusta schools, still got the 2 Glenn County schools, still have South Effingham and Bradwell, kind of in our neck of the woods in Hinesville. So there's going to be no easy outs on Friday night, and we're going to have to bring it every week, and we're going to have to bring it every day on the practice field, in the weight room, and the film room to make sure we prepare at a high level.
The Effingham County High School Rebels.
Coach,
always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming, guys. You're going to get a group picture right over here, and then whoever wants to interview you. Like Georgia Tech, right? Thanks. Right, the Flats. Thank you. Hey, I had a kid go there. Hey, catch the ball. Good luck. Thanks, Coach. Thanks for having me. Yes, sir. Tell Yancey, not Dr. Ford, I said hello. Let's move this out of the way so you have some room. Hello. Yeah, everything's good. All right, South Effingham High School Mustangs, okay? 4th year on the coach, Lauren Purvis. Coach has been doing a great job up there. I know he's building a tough, competitive program year in, year out. I know, the record, might not indicate it, but, when you go play the Mustangs, you're playing a team that wants to win and playing a team that's well coached and disciplined. So other than that, let's welcome head coach Lauren Purvis from South Effingham High School, his players, and what the Rebels. I do apologize, guys. I know you can get me. Well, you got to understand. I worked at Effingham, but believe me, a lot of good friends over there at South Effingham, so I do apologize. So, but talking about their program, okay, before I put my foot in my mouth more. Here you go, Coach. Introduce your players and then go from there.
Thank you. First, even in my house, my girls know not to say "Go Rebels." So, just throwing that out there at you, Coach.
5 years.
So we got up here tonight, or this morning, we got Kyron White to my left. He's our running back, and gonna play a little bit of linebacker for us this year as well. To my right, Danny. He's moving from was strong safety last year to free safety down to linebacker, and one of our wingbacks. And Maddox over there is returning a nickel and is also going to be playing one of our wingbacks again this year. So I'm excited to have these three guys back. Unfortunately, they're all three seniors, and that hurts us, but good for them to have one more year go around here. And we're excited about what's to come. So last year, 4-6, 4-4 in the region, hoping to improve upon both of those things this season. One thing is we tried to redo everything. I think when you have that kind of a year in 24 that we had, you sit back and you go, what needs to change? And if you're not looking at every single minute detail or trying to change it, you're doing something wrong. And one thing is we put a big emphasis on being tough, being physical, and then a big emphasis on playing defense. And even if, you ask our kids, defense always goes first. They have that priority in our program because we want to hit, we want to be physical. And we're going to try to play our best. We're going to try to put our best foot forward every game with our defense first, and kind of switch our offense around a little bit. Again, put another emphasis on being physical on the offensive side too. And that's what's really helped us. But also, we got a crop of kids last year, even in the 4 wins. I mean, how many games do we have in overtime there? 2. And then the other 2 were decided by less than a score. And we just got a crop of kids that did not want to quit no matter what. And that's something we hadn't had necessarily in the past. And it's fun to build upon that. Same way at practice, these kids just will not quit. We're going to fight our tail off no matter what comes our way, no matter what happens the last play. It doesn't matter. We're going to keep on fighting, and there is no quit in this team. He's gotten a lot of press this offseason about how physical of a runner he is, and he will lower that shoulder tough in between the tackles. But Kyron also had a couple runs where he ran away from people. Was that Greenbrier, Lakeside? He had one against Bradwell. He gets in open field and he kicks it up a notch. And he's put in a lot of track work with our track coach, Coach Campbell, and really gotten his speed up from what he has in the past. And he's gotten stronger throughout the year. And let's see, set our highest power clean last week with 280 at the lift-a-thon and things like that. Set our bench press the strongest. So Kyron's going to have a big year running the football. We're going to hand it to him a lot, but he's physical and he can get out there in that open space and really make a move. So. Yeah, so Liam started for us, I believe all 9 games last year at quarterback as a true freshman. A lot of pressure on a 14-year-old shoulders, but he handled it well. He's he's gotten a lot bigger. He's a physical kid, very, very smart kid. And this year, I think with him having a much better feel for the offense and a much better understanding of everything that's going on around him, not just his position, I look for him to take a big step forward. Let's see, I think at one point all of our starters on the offensive line by game 6 or 7 were all sophomores or freshmen. So we get them all back, but they're still only sophomores or juniors this year. So they're still going to be young somewhat. But really Tanner Horton, our left tackle, has done a great job, junior. He's started for us since his freshman year. He's going to do a really good job. And then on the other tackle, Sam Blaine, who was one of our freshman starters last year up front, also a good wrestler. He's stepping into the other tackle, and both of those guys I look to really be our leaders up front. Defensive line is probably what we lost the most of, and we lost one of our linebackers, Corey Woods, who really was our locker room leader too. So to lose him is going to be tough. But Cole McMurray stepping back or coming back, excuse me, at linebacker, and then having Danny back from safety moving to linebacker. Those guys are gonna, be the leaders in the middle. In the secondary, we got Maddox over here, and both Danny and Maddox played a lot of wingback for us last year, running the football. So don't be surprised to see them back there in the backfield again this fall. But Danny and Maddox, good linebacker, nickel. Landon White's returning for us at safety. He started a couple of games, got injured, and then we really had to miss a lot of games before he was able to come back and play last season. But somebody's got a senior, Samaj Calhoun, a corner, who was a junior, come back this year, led the region in interceptions last year. And, you got some pretty good players in that region defensively. So to overcome a lot of the other guys in the numbers and lead the region in interceptions is pretty remarkable. So.
144. 144. Yes, sir. Around 155, 160. Yes, sir.
How does wrestling translate to football for you?
It's just like the determination of wanting to be great, and it's just like the commitment I have to both sports. It just makes me excel in both. So.
And do you see a future being in wrestling in college?
Wrestling's a hard sport, so I would wrestle in college. It depends, like the connection I have with coaches. Like we go to a lot of camps, and I'm building those connections right now. Yes, sir.
What are your goals personally this year
On the football field, I'd say last year I had a good bit of tackles, but this year I want to get some sacks when I'm blitzing. I want to get some interceptions. I didn't have any last year, but I did have some forced fumbles. The expectation is just to get out there every day, every game, don't give up, don't quit, and be there for each other and win some more games.
Okay, we're going to down the line, start this end. Need to have your name, position, grade.
Kyron White, 12th grade, running back and outside linebacker.
Okay, so think about it. What's one word that describes this year's Mustang team, not the previous years, this season? What's one word that's going to describe you guys, and explain why you chose that word?
Relentlessness, and because we won't give up, we looking forward to dominate every team we play, and that's about it.
What's one goal for you this season?
On the offensive side of the ball, 1,500 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns.
1,500 yards and
10 touchdowns.
Nice. Do you go both ways?
Yes, sir. This year I will be going both ways, playing linebacker this year.
Which one are you going to like better?
It's kind of hard, but I'm loving linebacker right now, so I'll have to see that probably first game when we play next week.
So instead of hit somebody, they get hit?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love hitting people.
All right, go right down.
I think that's an easy decision right there.
So you're not a coach, but you're a player. But you can, see what's going on. So up until this point, before you get to the first scrimmage, what does the team improve most on?
I would say we improved most on our passing game. We installed some new plays, and just going from fully under center, we kind of transitioned to a gun tee. So we're splitting out wide a little bit, and we have better concepts and I think a better scheme. Maddox Vasquez, class of 27, nickel, running back.
Okay, so in your mind, you're not coaching staff, who's ready to have a breakout year for the Mustangs other than you guys up front?
I'd say our strong safety. He couldn't play last year because he was a transfer, so he was playing JV, but he was doing really good on JV. His name's Brian Ford. He's going to be an upcoming junior. I think he's going to be really good for us.
How many years have you been a starter?
This is my second year starting at South Effingham. Yes, sir.
How many years have you been starting? 3?
2.
2. All right, let's pass it down to the running back here.
My name Karl White.
Excuse me?
Karl White.
I knew.
Oh.
You can correct me. It's fine. Okay.
been there 3 years, probably 4 years. You've seen the program. What can you tell fans to get excited about this year's team?
More wins. We will be ready to play every team, and just looking forward to dominate.
Okay, Coach. Okay, scrimmage, and once again, always playing in that fun region. Give us your region outlook.
Yeah, so we open up with Statesboro for our scrimmage, which they're really the only team that's not going to be in the region this year that was last year. And it's pretty much everybody else. I think we replace Evans as well with Grovetown. But, I mean, the region's still tough. You know, it's week in, week out. You've got, in the past, it's no secret that Brunswick has really dominated the region in the past few years. But they've got a new coaching staff, and a couple other teams have changed over coaching staff. So, in my opinion, I think it's wide open this year compared to the past few years that I've been here in this region. But, you know, we've gotten better, but unfortunately for us, everyone else has also gotten better. So it's going to be just as tough, and I think it's going to be fun to match up with everybody. Like Kyron said, we're going to be prepared. You know, these guys, Kyron, Danny, Maddox, they're going to be our leaders on the field, and they're going to make sure that every week of practice, every day of practice, that we're taking it seriously and that we're going to be ready for all those teams whenever we get the chance to match up with them.
But once again, Mr. Knight, anything? No, you're good. All right, let's give it up to South Effingham High School.
Go Stanks.
Thank y'all.
Go ahead, take a group picture. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
We appreciate y'all having us over here.
Yeah, you got the extra chair. Put the coach in the middle. Okay, next team up. Been waiting for a while. Appreciate their patience. Of course, is the Benedictine Military School Cadets. Okay, Danny Britt, as a head coach, I forgot to put the tape on the floor. As the head coach, enters his 20th season. Head coach, 16 years. 16 years. Where's the time gone, Coach? I don't know. Yeah, I know. We think it, but we're not, right? All right. So I know. You know, he's humble about this. 4 state championships. Believe it or not, guys, 4 victories away from number 200. Did you know that? There you go. 4 victories, 200 man right here. So I did some research on you. So, but you know what? He's one of the most respected high school coaches in the area. I watched him at Calvary, and I know when BC hired him, they got someone special, and he's just done a great job with that program over there. It's remarkable, and I'm lucky enough he did coach one of my boys, and tough love, but he loves you, Coach. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, head coach of Benedictine Military School, Danny Britt, his athletes, and of course, go Cadets. All right, so just introduce them and then do your little spiel and go from there.
Gotcha. All right, thank you guys for having me. It's exciting, you know, start of a new year, and I know these guys are excited, and I know everybody here is ready to get started and get rolling and put a lot of work in. Thank you, Karl, for doing this every year. You do a great job with all you do, and I've said it over and over again. Karl DeMasi does so many things, and he does it because he loves young people. He loves sports, and it comes from a very pure place. So appreciate and respect you, and very glad I got to coach Dom, and glad to say he likes me because I was pretty hard on him. But certainly appreciate everything and appreciate Optim doing this. I'm going to let the guys introduce themselves. They should be able to do that, but very proud of this group that we have here. You know, they're going great, doing great things. Going to have a great year, I feel like, and excited for what they're going to do past this year. So I'll let them introduce themselves.
Oh, Amari Burst, 2027 quarterback.
Aaron Mallard, class 27 receiver.
Gavin Smith, class of 27 D tackle.
Stanley Smart, class of 27 running back.
So these are the 4 seniors that I decided to bring. They're very humble. They didn't state Amari's already committed to play baseball at University of Alabama in Birmingham. It's a tremendous baseball player and, of course, a very good quarterback as well. Aaron is going to Purdue. He's committed to Purdue. And as a receiver, very excited for him. Gavin has, a number of offers. He will go play college ball at the next level. We just haven't determined where yet. And Stan has committed to Virginia Tech to play running back. So, great guys here that have taken care of it on the field in the classroom and, have set themselves up for, a good career at the next level.
Okay, Coach, you guys had another great season last year, making it to the finals against Creekside, an unforgettable game, 42-39, the way you came back. How do you think that experience will rub off on this team and kind of motivate them this year?
Yeah, I think it shows, that we can play with anybody and that, you keep doing the things the way they're taught to do it by myself and the coaching staff. You're never out of the fight. You can keep fighting, keep playing, and Creekside is an incredible football team, the fastest high school football team I've ever seen across the board. But we were a very good football team too last year. But last year's last year. This is a new group. We've moved on from that. Every year is different. People, I get it. You guys have to a lot of times write a storyline. I don't feel like there's this this feeling of, oh my gosh, we've got to go win it now because we were runner-up last year. I think we realized what we did was very good. We're very proud of it. Last year was last year. This is a new year, a new group.
So you lost a lot of talent at graduation, including quarterback Stephen Cannon, who's at Texas Tech. We got Omari coming in. He didn't play too much at QB last year, but his sophomore year, he came in. Stephen got hurt, did a really good job. He went 5-1, won a couple playoff games.
Correct.
What is Omari going to bring to the table as a quarterback? And can you describe his style?
Yeah, sure. Amari, one's just a competitor. He's very good at competing, whatever it is. He loves it. You can see it on his face. He thrives in that. When he came in his sophomore year, he's the reason why we made the quarterfinals, period, because we were in a little bit of a funk when we lost Stephen, and he came in and did a tremendous job, learned a lot very fast, and came in and just did a great job. He's going to bring – I can't say – obviously Stephen was unbelievably athletic and talented and all that as well, but he's probably a little bit more athletic quarterback in the sense that he will use that more, if that makes any sense at all, and can do a number of things. He likes to play off the cuff a little bit more than maybe Stephen did. You'll see him make throws from every single angle, which is I love to watch. I know Coach DePhillips gets on him a lot because he's like, throw the ball like you're supposed to. But, baseball guys, he's used to throwing from wherever, and he can be very accurate there. So it's fun for me to watch. But I know AJ's or Coach DePhillips a purist and wants it the right way. But I'm excited. He's a leader. He's a competitor, and we will be a very good football team with him.
And then you got Stanley. He's headed to Virginia Tech. He's one of these guys that you got a lot of great track guys on the team who double up with their speed and everything.
Right.
But how would you describe Stanley's style as a run?
He can do multiple things, and I think that's what he's improved. He's worked really hard. First of all, he's a hard worker. He does everything that you ask him to do at the high level, except for be quiet. He's not good at that. But but everything else, he has gotten so much better at both blocking and catching the football out of the backfield. He'll admit when he, as a young running back, he wasn't very good at that, either one of those things. And I remember both myself and Coach DePhillips telling him, hey, you got to improve on this if you want to be, as good as you want to. He worked his behind off, and he's really good. So he's a total back. He's 200 pounds and, with zero body fat, and can run through you. He can run around you. He can make moves on you. He can do it all. So, yes, he is a complete back.
And then you got Aaron last year. Steve kept saying, somebody's got to give this guy an offer. It was like halfway through the year. And then after the season that he had, the offer started rolling in. He committed to Purdue early. Aaron's, will he be running the ball a little bit more in this role he has this year? Or?
Yes, it'll be from the receiver spot for the most part. I guess I'll say hopefully, because hopefully we could keep everybody healthy and rolling. But you'll see him go to a number of different spots, and you're used to that with our offense. He'll be the slot guy. He'll be a split guy on the end, and be in a running back position some as well. And that's kind of what we've done for years. And probably some reason like it took a little while for him to get offers, because there's so many guys touching the ball in so many different ways. It makes it a little harder for one guy to shine, but that's what's made us so successful and over the years.
What about up front? You got some starters coming back on the O-line, right?
We do. We have almost all the starters coming back except for Carlton Hall, who saw yesterday. Looks incredible, by the way, and is up at Liberty. Will be back up there by Tuesday, I think he said, starts camp. But everybody else is back, which I would say that would be the strength of our team, is the offensive line. And it's funny I didn't bring one, which maybe I should have thought of that. But I think that'll be the strength of the team, and we have a number of guys. Noah Brainerd, Reeve Leonard, Colin Ward, a number of these guys that are coming back that are really, really good football players.
And on the defensive side of the ball, we got your D tackle here, Gavin. Tell me about some of the leaders on that side. We got John Black.
You're right. Well, Gavin and Isaac Scott, Gavin Smith and Isaac Scott will be the leaders on that, that front. They've done a great job for us for a number of years now, and we're going to have them be very, very good up front, and they've gotten stronger and bigger, and excited for that. And then you mentioned John Black; he'll be back in the secondary. Now we've got a new group across the board, back there, and not exactly sure who that's going to be. We've got a few guys kind of rotating back there, so we're going to have to see who's committed to the team and who can stay healthy. That's always a big thing this time of year. And then at linebackers, you got Rasheem Jackson, who ended up starting last year, was a great special teams player for us, and then ended up starting last year. Very fast, hardworking, great leader guy, and then a number of other guys mixing in those other spots.
Okay, let's start again with Mr. Burst. Tell me your name, grade, name, position, and year in school.
Omari Burst, quarterback, 2027.
All right, so you remind me of a kid named Justin Thomas. Okay, heck of a football player, heck of a baseball player. And tell Coach Phillips, you want a quarterback that can throw from different angles. Tell him from an old coach, okay? But his father would probably tell him that too. But what's it mean coming into your last year of your high school career, wearing that Benedictine military school uniform, whether it's football or baseball? What does it mean to you?
It means a lot because it's only 400 boys in the school, so a lot of people don't get to wear it. So whenever I wear it, I try to wear it to the best of my ability.
Okay. Down the road.
Aaron Mallard, receiver, class 27.
Now, you guys have been very successful. You've been very successful. I mean, Purdue, big time school. But how does this program, since you've been there, stay hungry every year after you guys have so much success every year? How do you guys stay hungry?
We stay humble because, can you say
what motivates you guys to be as good as you are every year?
Just the the willingness to want to win. We want to win a lot, make it to the state championship and play in December. That's really it.
What does it mean to you wear that BC uniform?
It means a lot, to be picked out of, all the kids that try to get into the school. It means a lot wearing it.
Okay, why Purdue?
It's a great school, great coaching staff. Great, just a great academic, school. And just rebuilding, make it a good team again.
You got a good chance to play, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's down the line.
Gavin Smith, defensive tackle, 2027.
Okay, so not to get
in trouble, Coach, here, but there's no offensive lineman here, okay? I know. So when number ones go against number ones, who's better, the O-line or the D-line?
I'll be completely honest. That's really, but it's honestly usually like that. But I think that helps us out a lot because I mean we get those guys better every year. Kind of like last year, me, Isaac, Cam, LaDamian, one of the best defensive lines you'll have in the state, and a completely new offensive line, and we got them better every single day. So I think it's good for us.
All right, so put the coach hat on now, okay? You went against them last year, they're back again this year. Tell us what we can expect from that O-line.
Well, they've all, I could tell personally, because I have to go against every single one every day. They've all gotten a lot better, improved a lot more, and they're going to continue to do that. Just as on both sides of the ball, will continue to get better every day. So,
Okay, being in the trenches, which you guys you don't get much love. What's so great about playing offensive, defensive line for these guys?
honestly, for me, just contact. I like being able to bully people. I like being able to get my hands on other people. I've always been that way, so it's just fun. Coach Orsini, I like Coach Orsini a lot. He's been in the game, around the game of football for a long time. He knows what he's talking about, and he's a good mentor too. He not only coaches with football, but he'll help you out with stuff you need help in life and stuff like that too. So he's a great coach.
Does he teach his cadet experiences to you guys?
Yes, sir. Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Stanley Smart, class of 2027 running back.
Okay, so I mean, you've had success now. Football, track, Virginia Tech, another big time program. What's so special about you playing at Benedictine for the last 4 years?
Being special to play at BC, knowing that you see the people who've come through BC since 1902. I mean, it's a historical place with a lot of historical people that have gone and done great things, and it's a blessing to be there, get into the school, and being able to do great things such as the people that have gone before me.
All right, as a senior, what does this senior group bring to this year's season?
We're trying to bring a level of focus, mainly trying to bring a level of focus into a group. We did have a bunch of young guys that played last year. So now this is our last year, it's really just kind of like spreading it down. We got to be focused. This is our last year, and like teaching the young guys to get serious and get focused on the year.
What excites you about most of the senior year? Last time you're going to get put on that uniform. What excites you most?
I always love playing the games with BC, being with my friends, playing the best football you can down south. Playing with BC, seeing all the fans in the stands. It's really a great time playing with BC. It's really, just a really overall a great time. So, yeah.
Okay, last question. Let's back down on Mari then. Why should people come watch the cadets this year? What makes this year's team special than the previous years?
Well, kind of in the previous years, it's always fun to watch our offense, and I think it'd be the same way this year. We got a lot of good players that can be really explosive and make big plays, so it's going to be super fun to watch.
Okay, that's the coach. All right, coach, scrimmage coming up, and of course, it's not an easy one either. People don't know about that program, scrimmage, and don't know football in America. So tell us about scrimmage and tell us about, new region again. Now you got Jenkins and Rhodes, two more.
Right.
Savannah schools you guys can play with.
Yeah, well, first of all, we're scrimmaging Somerville, which, if everybody knows, I quite often schedule really hard teams. Somerville, if you don't know, has the winningest coach in the United States in the history of football. So it's 600 and something wins. So very, very successful program. Now he's no longer there. He passed away. But so it's a different coach now. But that's how much success they've had in that program. And they were state runner-ups last year, I believe, in 6A, right? So in South Carolina. So very good program. So we'll get tested. Then, yeah, we go Toombs County, state runner-up, Hebron, state champion in single A private, and then a small school down south called Camden County. So, very good non-region, and then going to a good region. I'm excited about the region. It was a little crazy having Warner Robins and Perry in there for such long travel, but it's I'm excited about it. It's more closer teams this year, so that's going to be exciting. But excited about the 7 home games, which we only had 3 last year. So we've got a lot of home games, and so the cadets can come out and all the people can come out and watch and get excited for that.
All right, let's hear for the Benedictine
Thank you.
Military School cadets. Go this way. Come out this way because we're going to do a shot, and if they want to ask you any questions, hey, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Always fun. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for that comment. Means a lot. Yeah, Coach, get in the middle. You guys sit around on it. Check 1 2 3 check. Check 1 2 3 check. Check 1 2 3 check. Okay. Ready to go? Move back. Get in the picture. Okay. I guess I'm bigger than the frame. All right, next up, sorry about that little delay. Richmond Hill High School Wildcats, and the motto's always been build a hill, and this guy's been doing it now 12 years. I remember when that rookie came here 12 years ago, I said, who is this guy? All right, so believe it or not, I don't know if he knows it. It's another coach looking at a milestone in this area. 8 more wins, coach, 100. There you go. Now you know it, but he doesn't keep track of that probably. So, but I mean, year in and year out, Richmond Hill, I'm going to say right here, plays one of the toughest schedules in the state and in the country. I mean, that region they're in, which hasn't changed again for you, is just one of the toughest in all classifications here in the state of Georgia. But you know what? Coach Lazat says, you know what? To be better, we got to play the best, and that's what they do. And if you go watch the games, they can play with the best, and they beat the best. So now let him do the talking. Please welcome head coach from Richmond Hill High School, Matt Lazat, his student athletes representing the Wildcats. Yeah, just introduce them first and do your thing.
All right, perfect. I've got Trey Brown with me, Gunnar Mobley, and Eli Grant. Which one you want to go by today? Eli. So we got Eli Grant. So defensive line, quarterback, wide receiver, defensive back. 3 very good players for us that they've grown up a lot in the 4 years as a Wildcat, and excited to get these guys. Talking with the parents in the back, like just really excited to get these guys out on the field and go play. You know, they've put in a lot of hard work. They've grown up so much over the last 4 years. It's just an exciting process to see them develop. That a lot of coaches don't get to see over a 4 or 5 year period, probably even longer. Watching you guys play middle school ball, so it's really exciting.
Last year was Gunner's first year at quarterback. He did a good job out there. What do you think that experience behind center? How will that help him in his senior year?
Well, he saw a lot of tough competition, and I think a lot of it, there's nothing he hasn't seen being exposed to. You know, when you line up at the end of our schedule and you're playing these teams and you're seeing, 4 or 5 different coverages in one drive, 5, 6 different types of pressures. He's seen it all, and he's really grown up and been exposed to that. and you can see that in the preparation right now and where we're at with our development. You know, he's grown up a lot, been exposed to a lot, and so looking forward to him going out there and performing this fall. To Liberty. Well, I think a calendar year ago, Eli, he probably thought that he was going to have a special season, but I think, you know, we were dabbling in playing both sides of the ball, and week in, week out, he just kept playing, and we kept giving him more reps. He played a little bit more on defense because of some injuries and some personnel stuff. How good this guy was doing, and he was a matchup problem on both sides of the ball all season long, and just continued to get better. Caught the eye of a lot of college coaches, and he's had a very, very, very entertaining offseason because of that. But he's just a phenomenal player on both sides of the ball for us. And I'll be honest with you, you probably say, like, I don't know if we thought that you were going to play as many snaps as you did on both sides of the ball last year, like in August last year. You know, and it just kind of happened organically, and really glad we did it.
I've been playing DB in college. Yes, sir.
So, and he's really being recruited by both. You know, he's committed to Liberty. Man, people are still hot on that trail, though. You know, it's but yeah. They're like, hey, is it a hard yes? And I'm like, you're gonna have to talk to him. Hey, man, it changed it with the wind.
Yeah, committed to Gardner Webb.
Yes, and so. Well, he's just a force. From day one, seeing him, even at the middle school level, just watching him do certain things. Even in the offseason, hey, there were some coaches that came through, and I was like, hey, come with me real quick, and we'd look through the glass and we'd watch him play volleyball, right? You know, like in his team sports class, man, just in there serving the volleyball, right? These guys are laughing because they know exactly. Gunners over there are like, man, I was in there too. But you know what, like you know, that type of playmaking ability that you see on a volleyball court, it happens on the football field too. You know.
Two.
That's why he wanted to change his number to 7, because he's like, hey, I'm ready to tote the rock too. Oh yeah. So he's ready to go. But no, yeah, you know, like Trey's been a good player, man, and these guys, these smiles that they have, that's what they bring every single day, right? And it doesn't matter how hard you coach them, doesn't matter how hard you push them. They know that the end goal is, like, we are trying to get them better. And Trey's one of those guys that it doesn't matter whether we're talking about going harder, running faster, you know, like give him more effort. He knows that the end goal is going to make him better and make him a force. And you saw it show up. He played to date. He played one of his best games his sophomore year, and had an injury in that game and a little bit of a setback. And him being able to deal with that those obstacles that present themselves and gain more comfort, and like you just watch him really grow up mentally, because he's had the physical attributes, but the mental aspect, you know, when you have a setback like that, watching him return from that has just been amazing to watch. Super resilient guy. Yeah. Yep. He will be the main guy. And we have another running back, DJ Porter, that's going to split time at receiver. And so we've got a lot of guys coming back for their senior campaign on offense and defense. And really excited about those guys. And we think we're going to be a lot better up front on offense, which is going to create some opportunities for those guys running the ball. Yeah, so Cole Roy is a leader on the offensive line. He's been a guy that's really buttoned down. Like he's just really done a great job this off offseason of asking questions of our leadership, our coaches, about how he can grow as a guy and a voice on our team. And he and Graydon Rush, that Graydon Rush just committed to Shorter. But we got various packages that we run, and we return the majority of those guys up front. And I say that because we played like 10 offensive linemen last year because of injuries. And so some of those guys had to play a little before they were ready to play, which in turn helped us this year being prepared, and just allowing those guys to grow and develop. Next man up was our motto last year. We just had a bunch of knick-knack injuries, a bunch of stuff that we've never seen before. But that's sometimes where in football. Yes, sir. So I really love our two inside linebackers, Jalen Deal and Leighton Steigelman. Both those guys, very well liked on our team. Physical guys, but when you're playing that position at linebacker behind guys like Trey and Jaleel and these guys that have played a lot of ball up front, we have more productivity from out of our box on defense than we've had maybe ever at Richmond Hill High School. And we've had some pretty good players come through, but those guys are really synced up and really playing well, and their physical brand of football when you get to that second level.
Jaleel was like second in the state in shot put or something last year, I think, right?
Jaleel.
That's Barnard, right?
Look out there, they're like, man, Jaleel, he is a maniac now. He gives everything he has and everything he does.
So is his personality kind of like, is Trey also kind of a maniac, or is he more calm?
This is Trey. Jaleel will be reaching for the microphone right now.
I got you.
Jaleel.
So they contrasting styles, but it works well together?
Yin and yang, man. But those guys, they go get after it up front, and so it's fun to watch them play.
Okay. Okay, to the right of you, Coach. Tell us your name, your position, your grade.
Play Trey Brown, play D-line, and I'm in senior in high school.
How long have you been a starter there at the Hill?
Been a starter for 3 years.
Past 3 years. So, senior year, you're looking forward to it, but what excites you the most about this year's team?
About how much we've grown over the season. We had a bunch of injuries last year, Kalazat said. So we got a bunch of guys coming back. So I'm excited to see how we do better than we did last year.
Okay, now, is that the number you're going to be wearing this year?
Yes, sir.
No 98?
Yes, sir.
Is he going to give you the ball?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so that's big. So I seen a couple of games last year. He carried the ball, didn't he? So if you could choose your position, you're the head coach. Where are we going to put Trey Brown?
D-line.
D-line, okay. And Gardner-Webb. Why Gardner-Webb?
They just showed most interest. They showed me like how home will be up there. They coaches came communicated with me. They just showed a lot of love.
Okay, nice. Next to you, coach, the quarterback.
Gunnar Mobley, quarterback, class of 2027.
All right, so you played last year, right? You were a starter last year.
Yes, sir.
Coming into your second season, as a team, was there like an off-season challenge that you guys had to face that you had to deal with?
Really just grow as a team and be more physical than we were last year.
Okay, what do you put the strength of this team is going to be this year on offense?
I'd say
running the ball or throwing the ball, which you like to do.
I think we'll be able to run the ball a lot more better than we did last year with the guys up front that we have.
And running backs, what excites you about your running backs?
They're a lot more physical than we were last year, and they like to go get it. So they're playmakers, all of them.
Any key receivers that you're going to be looking for?
Got Eli right here.
Oh, not the guy next to you.
Nick Cameron, too. And then we got a bunch of young guys, too, that can also get in there, make some plays.
Is Muhammad also back?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Okay.
Pass it over.
Elias Grant, class 27.
Okay. And you've committed where now?
Liberty.
You met Coach Sean. What's Sean's last name?
Quinn.
Quinn. There we go. I know him very well. So, did he give you a little Savannah connection there? That's why you chose the place? He did a great job over at Savannah State. So what's one word that will describe the Wildcats team this year? Greatness? Okay, tell us why. All right, now you play one way, just offense? Does he put you on special teams too, Coach? Do you ever come off the field? So if you, so which position, which side of the ball you like the most? Is it special teams? Is it offense? Is it defense? You like being on an island and show them that you can do that. Okay. So if we got a group of fans together and they said, tell us what's going to make us come to a Wildcat game this year, what will it be? Okay, back to Coach. All right, Coach, of course, tell us who you're going to scrimmage and tell us your outlook on a region that you know very well inside and out now that you got to deal with every year.
Excited about that. Those guys are a very physical brand of football on both sides. And so, what Eli talked about greatness, we're pushing those guys to be great, being the version of themselves that allows them to be competitive, allows them to prepare, and taking on some challenging teams in the scrimmage is going to help with that. And then we open up with Evan Ham, and then we roll through. We've got a very tough non-region schedule. Got some really good teams, really good coaches in the non-region. Then you get into our region, and it's I don't have to say much about it. You show up prepared, show up not prepared, you get exposed. You got to stay in it for 4 quarters, and it's just the best kind of football to be a part of. The coaching is really, it's really awesome.
Trey, how do you see playing against Valdosta over here, against Lowndes, against Cold Creek County, Tift County? What's the players feeling about playing the top teams in that high classification?
I think they're very excited to go against the competition every year. They're playing good teams, so it makes us better go against those good teams.
Okay, Mr. Knight?
I'm good.
All right, let's hear for the Richmond Hill High School Wildcats.
What up, Coach? How are you, man? Pretty good, man. Good. All right, Coach. Take it easy, man. I'll give you a call and get out there to practice soon.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Money? Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Okay, last but not least, the team that brought home a state championship last year, 2 out of the last 3 years. Of course, that's the Bethesda Academy Blazers. Antoine Turner, 20 to 21. 22 years. 22 years at Bethesda Academy. head coach. You could say that's a pretty impressive job right there. I think he stayed there for 22 years. And he's not just the athletic director, he's the chaplain, he's the bus driver, he's the grounds crew. Oh, you don't
Yes, sir.
But he does another great job, and I've said this plenty times before. I have a son, I would love him to play for Antoine Turner. 2 state champions last 3 years, including, of course, the undefeated season last year. Longest tenured coach at one school, and that's Antoine Turner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome head coach Antoine Turner and his Bethesda Blazer student athletes talking about the 2026 football season. All right, coach, just tell us who you got. Show the bling if you got it on. Go right to it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Optim Orthopedics. Thank you so much, Coach Karl, DeMasi, for all you do, putting this on for all of our student athletes here. We're truly grateful. Again, my name is Antoine Turner, and Coach DeMasi is right. I've been coaching 22 years, been in Bethesda now for 24 years. So it's been a great experience, totally grateful. To my right is Jordan Turner, plays quarterback for us this year. He's an upcoming junior, class of 28. To my left here is Ian Platts. Ian Platts is class of 27, defensive tackle, starting offensive tackle. And to the far left here is Kaymud Young. Kaymud Young is starting middle linebacker, also starts tight end, also class of 28. So great group here. Very excited to have these young leaders with us today. These guys have done an amazing job for our program over the years, and they're coming into their junior and senior year, so they are our leaders for Bethesda Academy. We've got a great group, and we've got a great program. Dr. Proctor, our president, has done a really good job really striving to increase our enrollment along with Ms. Brooks. And so we're very excited about kind of where we're headed. And we thank you so much for having us. This is a tremendous opportunity to be here and to be amongst a lot of other great teams, a lot of other great coaches, and doing this here in the city of Savannah for these young athletes.
Okay, it's all yours, night shift.
All right, Coach Turner, you guys had an undefeated year last year and dominated almost all. I mean, every game was pretty lopsided except for maybe one, I think. Jordan was a second year as a starter at quarterback last year. How has he improved, and what can we expect? Any changes in his game coming into this year?
Well, last year, you stated Jordan had an opportunity to really step into his own. And as a freshman, he was kind of thrown in the fire where he had to take the team after week 2. Luke Larson had an unexpected injury, and he had to take our team and as a 9th grader. And he ended up taking our team to the state championship game, but we lost. And there are a lot of things we saw that he could improve on. And last year, he sought to improve on those things. And he was really adamant about taking the team, not just to the championship, but actually winning it. So he was playing with a chip on his shoulder. As he come into this year, it's about details. And so now I think we had a lot of great seniors in our program last year. One, of course, our receiving core, Riley Wesley, Malachi Morris, and they gave him an opportunity to really throw the ball, and they were going to go get it at any level. I mean, Riley Wesley running a 10-6, but just a phenomenal receiver, and Malachi Morris a route runner. And so we have to replace those guys. And so for Jordan this year is taking the reads, which he did last year, but not only taking the reads, but also being able to show that he's more than just a pocket passer. He actually loves staying in the pocket and throwing. But one of the things he's also worked on with his game this year, he runs a 4.5 and a 40, and he'll show that he's also a dual threat quarterback. So very excited to have him on board this year. This year, I think you'll see a little bit more of his escapability, getting out of the pocket if necessary, and being able to also run the football.
Okay, and then you lost your leading rusher last year in Cheever. So who's going to take over that main part of the running game?
Jordan Cheever is a load. We was watching some of our highlights not long ago, and did a phenomenal job for us. I mean, just low center of gravity, vest of paint. I mean, he just runs behind his pads. But Jeffrey Armstrong last year he was a backup to Jordan Cheever. And when Jordan Cheever was injured, Jeffrey Armstrong was the guy that took over. And so he's coming into his own as well. He's in 2028, and Jeffrey Armstrong will be our starting tailback, along with Joseph Atkins. JoJo, has done a really good job. He was junior varsity running back last year. He's another one that runs behind his pads, very physical running back. Then we got two other kids that we believe that's going to really help our backfield. We got a pretty good backfield that we're excited about. Jeffrey Armstrong and Joe Mack is other two names that you hear.
And then Wesley, that's a tough guy to replace. Who are the main running backs in the offense this year?
So the main receivers this year, Riley, again, you just don't replace Riley. He's what he's done for our program is just magnificent. And so we can't replace him. But, some guys that we're excited about, as far as our receiving core is Mitchell Scott. We're very excited about Mitchell Scott. And these are different type of receivers. Riley will take the lid off. He's a good route runner, just a great kid, great receiver. Mitchell Scott will high point the ball. And we're very excited about Mitchell Scott. Ramir Richardson is another receiver that we have this year that we're very excited about. And he's another one, again, you put the ball in his area and he's going to catch it. Very determined young man. And these are both 2027s. We have Desmond Davis. Desmond Davis is also a 27, big physical receiver. We can slide him in and play some tight end with Desmond. And Desmond is going to be a great addition to what we're doing here. And Jaden Jones is our fourth receiver. And very good receiving core, but getting the chemistry down. So this summer was very important for us, making sure that we could get on the same sheet of music with the new receiving core.
Now, we talk a lot about your skill guys, but the guys in the trenches get it all done, right? So Platts is doing it on both sides of the ball. Describe what he means to your squad.
Ian's been with us since the sixth grade, and he means a lot. I just want to keep him another 6 years, right? But he's a great kid. Ian Platts and Steve Mitchell are just phenomenal young men, and both of these guys have been with us for quite some time. And these guys are going to really anchor down our offensive line. And offensive line wise, Matthew Randall, you may have heard that name. Coach Randall, Coach Chris is one of our coaches, and Matthew Randall is his son. And he's been in our program for quite some time as well, but he's only a sophomore, and so he'll be starting at center this year. He's stout, very good cerebral kid. Very excited about him. John Lamont will be also starting at left guard, and then we'll be starting a really young right tackle with Victor Palmer. But we're very excited about offensive line. We lost some of our horses, and Orlando Cheney and Jaden Grant, some of our 300 pounders. But we should be pretty good up front as well.
So last year, he's a junior now, right?
Yes, sir.
So last year was a breakout sophomore season for him. Describe what he means to the defense, combining with Isaiah there at linebacker.
So Kamon Young is just like Jordan. Jordan is our captain on offense. Kamon is our captain on defense. He's leading our defense. He does a great job. He does everything we ask him to do. Very, very physical, and we're very excited about Kamon. He also can drop back into coverage well. Does a good job of covering running backs as well. And so he's a leader. He's vocal. He takes his reads. He understands how to play the linebacker position, and he plays it at a high level. He's still got a lot of growing to do. I think he's going to get taller, but he's a very physical kid. He plays tight end for us as well. But we're very, very excited about Kamon Young. I believe he's underrated, but you're going to hear a lot about Kamon this year.
Now, Coach, you also coached the track team and have had great success, back-to-back state titles in that.
Yes, sir.
And do you make the football guys go out for that? I mean, it seems like the whole team is on it.
Well, we can't reveal our secrets. We don't make anybody do anything, right?
Strongly
but
recommend.
We strongly encourage.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just believe if you want to be successful, there has to be work. And we do understand that a lot of kids do spring sports, baseball and soccer and all of these things. And so it makes it hard, for kids to run track. So for us, again, under the leadership of before Dr. Hughes started the process and Dr. Proctor was able to finish the process, we believe that having a track on campus was going to really help our kids to be able to get faster. And if you really want to be great at football, you have to be strong, you have to be fast. We all know you can't control the size, but you control how fast and how strong you are. And so we've sold that to our guys is let's get out here, let's run track, and let's make sure that we can improve on those areas, that we want to be the fastest team. We want to be the most physical team on the field. And that's football, fast, speed, and being physical. So we do encourage our guys to run track. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Coach, can start with
your son on your right, and then we're going to work down to the other players. State your name, your position, and your grade.
My name is Jordan Turner, starting quarterback at Bethesda Academy, going into 11th grade.
Okay, and you watched the guy next to you for a long time, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're going to be the coach. What has this? What's the key that your dad has been able to maintain such a successful program? What do you see as him? You're the coach now. Critique that coach.
Yes, sir. He starts out with discipline. Make sure everybody be disciplined. Leadership, real good. And he makes everybody learn about the gospel. That's just great about him. He's a man of God. And yes, sir. That's what I love.
Okay, now as far as you go, what excites you about this season? I mean, you lost some key players, but now it's your show. What's it going to be like?
Yes, sir. Coming to the junior season, feel pretty confident about the team. We got to take it one game at a time, of course. But feel pretty confident about the O-line, the receivers. We got a lot of new guys coming in, and just getting the chemistry down. And yes, sir.
Okay, pass it down the line.
Ian Platts, class of 2027, offensive tackle, nose guard.
Okay, so how many years have you been starting?
I've been starting for the past 3 years since my sophomore
Okay,
season.
and you're senior. So what kind of leadership has this senior class provided to this program?
The leadership we provide to this program is we have to lead by example and show the younger guys that it's not just about the game, it's about off the field also.
Okay, slide it right down.
Kmon Young, class of 2028, inside linebacker and tight end.
Okay, so we got another junior up front there. Okay, last year was special. I mean, undefeated, state champions again, just something special. But what's going to make this year's team special?
This year, we're going to be special by the work that we put in all year, on the track, off the track, lifting weights, all the relentless work that we done put in, even when we didn't feel like it. Practicing on the weekend, getting extra work in after practice. You know, we just going to build a special team, build the team chemistry, get to where we need to be.
And what chemistry do you guys, the wide receivers group, have with Jordan over there?
So we're still learning. We're going to take it one game at a time. And as we go on the season, we're going to get better each game, every practice.
Okay, pass it back to Coach. All right, Coach, you got your scrimmage under your belt yesterday. I don't know if you have another one coming up. And now people don't realize now you're moving up into a higher classification with, the bullseye on your back, because everybody knows in Skeezer about Bethesda Academy. So tell us about, if you got another scrimmage, tell us about your region and what it's going to take in this new classification that you're moving up into.
So, yes, sir. We do scrimmage this Friday night against the Islands, 7:30 at Bethesda. And so we're very excited about that scrimmage as well, because scrimmages kind of help you prepare. We start early. We start week 0 with Frederico on August 14th. So we have to really be prepared, with a lot of seniors to replace. We got a lot of work to do trying to get in harmony and have team chemistry. And so coming into 3A, we are a 2A size school. We opted to play 3A because, we just felt like that's where we want to be. We want to grow our numbers. We want to be, we want to be to a place to where we can get to 4A eventually. And so we're trying to go higher. And so you have to be able to play higher competition. And so we wanted to give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. We got a pretty tough schedule. I mean, week in and week out, we told the guys it's not going to be you're sitting out at the halftime, we're going to have to play every rep, every down matters, every detail matter. And so we're very excited about that. Our first Skeesa opponent, 4A actually, would be Northwood. They're ranked in the low 20s in South Carolina. They won the South Carolina Gamecock 7-on-7. I mean, they got some studs. And so we're very excited. They're the 4A champions. So it's going to be a battle. And so it gives our guys an opportunity to be ready to play each week. Our goal is to win, of course, to win the region, to host the first, second round of the playoffs, and to get back to state and win state. I mean, that goal is whether we're 1A, 2A, or whether we're 6A, that's going to be the goal, because we believe that every time we hit the field, we should be at our best. And so our model this year is the gold standard. Anything less than that is substandard. And that's kind of what we talk about. Is everything we do, we want to make sure we're doing it, to the very best of our ability. And if our best is not good enough, then we want to get back to the lab and make our best better.
All right, I tried to get out there last night. I didn't get out there, but beautiful stadium last year, except there was still needed to be finished. Has it been
Yes, sir.
completed, or you ready to go with the whole
So we've,
stands and press box and all that?
So we're still working on the press box. We do have another new set of bleachers for the home side. We've shifted the home side this year. We've started our capital campaign project, and so we're very excited about next year. We're hoping to have our bleachers and press box done, and then we also have our athletic facility that we're working towards as well. And so we're hoping within the next 2 years to have this totally completed. And so we are moving in stages. So you'll see some things that look a little different now. So we're moving in stages, but we're very excited about where we're headed.
Anything from you?
I'm good.
All right, guys. I saved the best for last. I mean, you guys scrimmaged last night. You won a championship last year. We appreciate you coming on and hanging in there. And once again, go Blazers. Coach, always a pleasure. Guys, good job. Good job. Good job. Let's go, man. Give me here. Everybody left. Oh, okay. You grew up in Savannah? Where'd you play? Look like Prep Sports. I know. I got to move that. Okay. Last time to do this. Okay. Am I in the right spot now, guys?
Does Ian do?
First of all, I mean, basically everybody's gone except Bethesda, but I got to thank again Optim Orthopedics, Matt Jimmel, Lawrence Bennett for making the video broadcast even better, and of course listening to the old coach, didn't know stuff was working right. But once again, check out Rubbin' and Grubbin' on the YouTube channel. Lawrence and Brandon Bain do a great job on the Coach Corner Sports Network. Of course, the Mighty 8th Air Force Museum. People, if you haven't come out here, you got to. This is history. This is what built our country. Back in the day, the great generation, which God rest his soul, my father was part of. I mean, this is why we're free and why we do things, because the military back then, what they did. Then, of course, the media partners, Dennis Knight from the Savannah Morning News, Nathan Dobbins from the Prep Sports Report, WSAV, Zach Colby, okay, and of course Corey Howard from WJCL. Okay, it's been a long day, guys. It's been a long morning with you. So once again, appreciate it. Follow this Savannah Sports Report on YouTube, the Prep Sports Report on Facebook, and once again, it's all about the kids, and you just gotta love it. I'm out of here. God bless. Peace out. Go to where it says.